Hey, what's up, folks? Slice'em here with Slice'em Gaming, and we are back live with some D&D. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of have had a crazy day, so I kind of forgot, and so my mind is racing. And so let's go back over where we were last time with this group. Chaos. That has basically been this group since day one. Chaos, and more chaos. And so, if I remember right, and I don't know everything, but we had some interesting moments. There was some craziness, as always, with the group. Um, Lucy and Rocky kind of became friendly again. We did create the the bacon and a biscuit, the B&B, and added honey. So that was, we had some interesting moments. Something that, whatever moments, I guess. The big thing is, though, we have now made it into the Abbey. We're trying to find the Tyrael, the paladin, the gentleman that joined us briefly, that disappeared when we all tried to start figuring out where we were going. To which Sylvia used her familiar, found him in the Abbey, saw him shaking hands, and it's kind of just created this chaos. So, with all the chaos being said, and my mind being 100 different areas right now and still racing, we're just going to turn over to the DM. We're going to let him tell whatever happened. He always has it kind of lined out, thank God, because without it, I'm pretty sure we'd all be lost. So we're going to give it back to him. We're going to get this thing rolling, and hopefully have a good night, have some fun. And don't forget, if you got any questions, want to hang out, say anything, feel free. I'll try to answer the best that I can. And with that, let's see what happens to this group tonight, and if we all survive. The best of luck to us all.
Tiny.
Yeah. Let's roll.
All right, so basically last time, guys, if you remember, you'd already retired to the inn for the evening, and a discovery had been made by Sylvie and Rocky that evidently Tyrael and the abbot were conversing in the local abbey. Meanwhile, Renard had begun training Irina in the use of firearms, hoping to assist her and help her defend herself better. Upon reaching the morning, everyone ended up going back to the blacksmith, meeting up with the artificer, and he provided everybody with a magical item that would assist them in the trials ahead. So the group received said items, and afterwards decided to make their way for the abbey. Dran brazenly walked up to the front gate, and you guys were met with two mongrel folk. And these two individuals, misshapen creatures, parts of them looking like donkey and feline and lizard. One of them Otto, the other Siegfried. You guys managed to win them over, especially with a little assistance from the new loot that
Basically, Lucy did everything for you.
Yeah, Lucy charmed him and allowed him to used him to lead you upwards. He led you to Esmeralda, and Esmeralda is the former or possibly current apprentice, you're not quite sure exactly, of Van Richten, who you guys had been sent here to find originally. She's convinced that the abbot is some sort of agent of chaos and that his intentions are not noble. And so, after a brief discussion, your group decided to head towards the main gate and demand entrance. And that is where we will pick up from right now. So the group is making their way down, and along this slightly paved path, a little bit of white snow. I'm sorry?
My screen's black.
Your screen's black? Hang on. Yours is also black?
As well.
Well, hang on, I'll fix that. Alright, Tyrael, can you see?
No. Oh, yep, I can. Now
Okay. Can you see, Adam?
Yes, I can.
Okay, who else can't see?
Lucy.
That's a good thing.
Lucy, there should be no reason why you can't see. You have vision.
Oh, now I can see.
Okay. Alright, and that means that if All right, everyone should be able to see. Got to make sure that as you guys may have noticed, I did switch some token pictures around like I said I was going to, so that was the reason why. Everybody's got like almost non-stock photos now. Yay! We're slowly doing this. Right. So Esmeralda has kind of just charged ahead, so to speak. Not running necessarily, but she's moving forward with purpose, kind of a little bit of a distance from you guys as you're all kind of following behind her. So, go ahead, take it from here, guys.
Hey, wait, I have an idea. Do we still have that mirror? The magic one?
Well, now we care about the mirror.
What if someone impersonates Strahd, and then we can just, figure out what...
Don't
the
do it. He'll kill you.
But wouldn't it be a good way to figure out whose side
he doesn't get it. The second you look like Strahd, he will kill you to death immediately. He's impetuous, wrong-headed, and won't listen to anybody.
I mean, he could be the one that's Strahd.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Hey, Dran, think about Strahd. I hold the mirror up to his face.
So Renard kind of jumps in front of you there, Dran, and holds the mirror and proclaims to think about Strahd. And the mirror is in front of you.
I just snort at him and push past and keep walking forward.
Okay, or maybe like Rocky or someone who has, I don't know, met Strahd before.
I mean, come on. It's a brain teaser, Dran. Look, when somebody says, think about Strahd and puts up the mirror, you can't do anything except think about what they said. That's how brains work. Think about Strahd. Shoves it at him again.
I'll push the mirror down.
Think about who you want to kill more than anybody else in the world. You better not look like me, you son of a bitch.
Push the mirror down, get real close. Looking right in the eye. We don't need subterfuge. We go in through the front door with honor. And I just keep walking forward.
The door open with his head. Let's try that.
I just think it'd be a great idea.
What'd you do? What's up, Mutz?
What?
Mutz behind.
You asking the group here, Jared?
Ooh, could you still hear me? That's not good.
Well, we heard that one sentence.
Oh, my bad. No, I wasn't asking the group anything. Oh, no, not me.
Okay.
Sorry.
All good.
What's up, Mutz behind? Hold on.
Okay, anyway. So, Esmeralda's boots are just crunching across the bit of snow that's kind of
Do the magic
falling on the ground there.
thing.
She's
What is
getting
that?
ever closer to the gate there.
What is the magic hands thing? I'm so confused.
But if you looked like Strahd, would you sound like him?
I mean,
I don't know. We didn't have a chance to mess with it much before somebody tried to kill me.
we could try. I mean, some of us have heard Strahd before. Bernard, you know him pretty well, right?
I thought we have already established I'm not doing this.
Well, it says whoever's doing it has to have concentration on it, so I won't be able to, do anything else. But I could do it.
Russ, point of order, before we went into that, I cast Detect Good and Evil. That should last for 10 minutes still.
Understood.
Before we met Esmeralda. So I'm not quite sure how long we were talking to her for.
Probably about 5-6 minutes. You probably got about 4 minutes left of the spell.
Okay.
Well, they may be able to see through such illusions anyway.
Whatever. These illusions were made by the Artificer. They're pretty awesome. I think they'll work. We just have a pig-headed dragon guy that won't play with the group.
Pig-headed? I know who would do it. Rocky? Rocky, think of it as your chance.
Lucy.
To impersonate Strahd and make him do whatever you want him to do.
This is up your alley. I've never met a cat that would be better at this than yourself.
I will do it if nobody else will, because I think it's a brilliant idea.
You're persuasive too. It seems like something you could do.
I don't know that she could do it. Sylvia.
I could totally do it. Give me that mirror.
I don't think she could do it. No, you can't have the mirror.
You definitely can't have the mirror, but I'll hold it up for you.
No, don't let her see it. I don't want her to know.
Do I have to hold the mirror to the whole time?
Nah, you just have to look in it. So, Renard will hold it up for Lucy.
Let me
place it.
What's up, Jedi? Nice, congrats.
So Esmeralda's just kind
What's
of
up,
stopped at this
Glocky
point.
Glock?
She's been hearing everything you're saying, and she's just watching all of you intently.
Mrs. Glock Princess, good to
look
see
in the
you.
mirror and think it's Strahd.
All right. So you concentrate, and the magic of the mirror kind of like flares
Good to
to
see
life.
you guys. Good to see
And
everybody.
the illusion spell is cast. And as it comes out of the mirror, you just see your form begin to shift, and it appears that you grow in height as you shift from feline to ancient
What's up,
vampire
Rono?
man.
Windmill boom.
With a black flowing cape with a red inseam, tall, strong,
Good to see you,
long
Rono.
black hair, your eyes
Beautiful.
kind of piercing.
I look
And-
over at Dran to see if he's about to do anything stupid.
Oh.
He's just staring there, watching.
And Esmeralda watches all of this. That's quite a trick. Impressive.
I figure it's a good way to sort out what the abbot's on about. He's either going to be falling at the feet of Strahd as his master, or he's going to be terrified.
So,
It'll be a quick answer for you.
You only try to kill Strahd when he's meat, yeah? Right?
Hey, Lucy.
What?
I just want you to know.
What?
I just want you to know. You are a whole lot uglier looking like Strahd than you are as a little wet cat when you fell in the lake the other day.
I thank you. I think.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
As an illusion, am I like corporeal? Like, are my hands? I can touch things.
So
Grab things.
your hands can touch things. However, this illusion, I mean, head-wise, you're about like at his crotch.
Right.
So-
So if I'm picking something up, what does that mean?
It's gonna look really weird. It's gonna look like hands are grabbing things out of the illusion. So to maintain the illusion, it'll mimic your movements, but if you
Right.
do something, it's gonna look wonky.
Okay.
So you just gotta be real careful.
Good to know.
If I pass my hand over Lucy's head, does it go through Strahd?
It does.
Yes.
So you're telling the klepto cat not to steal.
So yeah, basically it's just an illusion. You know, it appears to be a living, breathing person, but
There's gonna be problems.
I mean, like if a bird flew through it, it'd be like, what the? So that's just kind of how it works.
That's just part of Strahd's magic.
It's probably why a person more close to his build makes more sense to look like that. That way, it kind of more accurately fits. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Like, is this gonna work, everybody? Yeah. Good.
Just
Does she sound like Strahd?
No, I believe she sounds like Lucy talking like, yeah. That's Strahd.
I want to suck your blood. Wah.
be the Strahd, embrace the Strahd, and like be super confident. That's how you can bluff.
Esmeralda is just kind of like rubbing her eyes a little bit.
Dark and broody. Yeah, got it. Emo, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens.
Okay, Lucy is gonna strut. Lucy Strahd is gonna strut her way to the front door.
So
And-
as you are making your way almost to it, you hear a sound behind the door, as if things are being moved and turned. And after a few seconds, you actually start to see the doors start to swing open slowly.
Hey, you guys, you're on my entourage. Get up here and look imposing and intimidating.
So the thick fog that kind of like just billows out of the courtyard, kind of like coming out, like it'd been almost contained within that room there. That courtyard there just kind of billows out there. And as it does so, the creaking wooden doors move to the side there. And you guys see Tyrael before you, standing there, with the doors open, and he looks at you guys, and he sees Strahd, and he sees the rest of you, and what does Tyrael do?
I ready my sword. I unsheath. I get ready to fight.
Is there anyone else with him?
No, he appears to be alone. So Tyrael loosens his sword upon seeing Strahd and an entourage.
Probably gonna kill her together.
Psst, Tyrael, it's me, the cat, and then I wave my baby arms, my tiny cat arms outside of Strahd's leg.
So you see cat hands emerge from Strahd's shins and kind of wave through, and you hear Lucy's voice coming from Strahd.
Please don't kill me.
Somebody please explain this to me.
It's a ruse. We're trying to figure out what the abbot's up to.
And you explain yourself, sir.
Oh yeah, wait. Why are you here? Just imagine Strahd is like being super adorable and goofy the entire time.
Why is a paladin at the church?
Yeah,
A
like
church where spider monsters are made.
These are although these are abominations, I would not call them monsters. They're also human beings that have been warped.
Yeah, so didn't you try to kill him as soon as you saw him?
No.
Just me. Yeah, just me. Just me they try to kill.
They're not werewolves. These were sickly people requesting aid.
so.
Although I question the methods of turning them into this, I do not believe there's anything evil from this.
Oh,
The abbot wants to rid the world of Strahd as well.
so like
So if you show up,
as
I don't
Strahd,
know.
It might. I
I don't
might
know.
use up one of my 9 lives.
No, the abbot does not prefer violence.
What's he making these abominations for then?
I don't know, but he also has a woman that he's making to be Strahd's bride.
What? Making?
What?
Yeah, like a flesh golem or something.
Irina, sounds like you're off the hook, I guess.
Should we just go inside?
I would not recommend it.
Like,
Maybe you should be stratified.
yeah, Lucy shakes off the illusion.
I kind of understand now why they want a wedding dress, though.
Oh.
But
Maybe-
there's no soul bound to the golem.
This place is so creepy. So Dizzy,
He's they're wanting someone's soul.
And how is he gonna
I
get
forgot
it?
whose name it was.
Suddenly, you guys hear an ear-splitting screech, almost like a bat or something else, kind of nearby, echoing from the right side of the courtyard behind Tyrael.
What was that?
You see Esmeralda kind of push past you guys, moving over to look.
Lucy's gonna follow them.
Let's move up. So those of you
I'll
that kind
follow.
of walk in there, you see over to the side, you see up in the air, you see a creature with like a leathery wings, similar to a bat, and you see it appears to be up high on a post, and you see it leap off as if to come towards you guys, but as it kind of swoops a little like closer, it gets to about here. You can see now that there's actually a chain wrapped around its neck, like on a collar, and she kind of chokes her and pulls her back, and the chain is connected to a post that's over here. And the dark mist that had kind of been obscuring the area that's kind of like blown out and such so it kind of had obscured your vision, Tyrael, of this area. This creature now is kind of like just fluttering about now, kind of gasping, choking, and it seems to be screaming nonsense, a bit of common and some other bits and pieces of words. You can see that she has like long, stringy black hair, and it's hiding much of her face, but you could see clearly visible on the left side of her spider mandibles and teeth that seem to replace her human mouth. Her arms and wings are that of a bat, but she has a cloven hoof in the place of her left foot. And she's just kind of like hovering around. She lands on the ground there and kind of like begins to walk around in circles, kind of eyeing all of you warily.
So she like lunged at us.
Yes, that would be your perception.
But she's on leash.
These mongrel folk are not the highest of intelligence.
What exactly are they? They
Good
seem like they
question.
used to be people.
They are people. They are people that ask for their weaknesses to be no longer existing. So they wanted animal parts.
They submitted to this willingly?
From my understanding of speaking to one of them, yes.
But
And they refer to the abbot as like their god.
like does he keep them all chained up here? Or
They're
could
not
they
all
move?
they're not all chained up.
Just that one? That freaky looking one?
Probably.
So now that you guys are kind of in the courtyard here, you can see it laid out pretty plainly. You see wooden doors to the north and to the east. You can see that they each would lead to the abbey's two wings. So in the center of the courtyard, you do see a stone well. You can see it's fitted with an iron winch, and a rope and a bucket are attached hanging from it. Along the perimeter of the walls, you can see tucked under the overhanging ledges, there's several stone sheds. Some of them have padlocked wooden doors. You can see 3 shallow alcoves with wooden troughs, like over here, like filled with a liquid, maybe water, kind of hard to tell from this distance. 2 wooden posts are pounded into the rocky earth around and have iron rings bolted to them. And of course, one of those being the chain with the humanoid creature over there that's held onto them. And as she continues to kind of screech and make noises, you hear almost an echoing reply coming from the north here, as other creatures are kind of hollering towards her.
Hey, Silvari. Do you have any more of those B&B sandwiches?
I don't.
Rocky?
Afraid not. They were delicious.
Lucy's gonna rummage around in her bag, and then she's gonna toss a biscuit to that bat thing.
Okay.
Out of range.
Sure. So you kind of approach like tentatively, and you throw it out there towards it, and she stares at you like very warily, like just her eyes moving, catching your movements. She sees the food kind of land there, and she kind of walks in circles around the post, kind of sniffing and making a noise.
I'm just gonna wave really slowly.
She kind of snaps her teeth a little bit at you. You can see the mandible on the side of her face kind of like twitching, and she kind of like half just bending low to the ground, her eyes never coming off of you, just moving slowly towards the bit of food there. And you see her hand just kind of slowly reach out to grab it. And she reaches for it, and then she kind of misses it briefly. Her talons kind of breaking in the ground. You see them kind of dig deep into it, little scratch marks on there, and she kind of pulls back and watches you as if you might grab her. And then, satisfied that you do not appear to be making a movement towards her, she reaches out again and grabs it, and kind of like immediately, kind of like a squirrel, like finding something on the ground, just jets back up in the air towards the post and behind it, and she's kind of just kind of looking down at you, and she's sniffing it, kind of looking all over as if to make sure that it won't injure her, and she tentatively takes a bite or two.
Good. Lucy's gonna go look at this slop over here.
Could I send the bat creature a message?
With a bat?
You could do anything you want to do.
Like the spell message, where you
Yeah.
point your finger toward a creature within range. The target, and only the target, hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. And I'm gonna ask her, are you happy like this?
So you send out this message, and as it kind of like reaches her, you see the creature looking around like completely bewildered. Like she jumps to the side, looks over to the left, looks over at you, trying to figure out where this is coming from, and you get this this impression of this a panicked feeling, almost this a massive amount of paranoia, this vibe, and you get these little garbled words that kind of just come out towards your mind, and you kind of get this vibe that she's saying something like, "They're hunting me," and you kind of catch that type of vibe coming from her. She's kind of looking around, trying to figure out where it's coming from.
Could I get closer to her? Like, she's flying, right?
Yeah, she's in the air currently.
Could I just like walk up, like close, directly under her,
Sure.
and I'm just gonna sit in the grass or with slop or whatever the ground is.
Yeah, it's basically like slightly frozen ground. There's like bits of snow around.
Gonna try to look as like unassuming and unthreatening as possible.
She kind of like hovers around and like lands over on the far side, and she kind of like, the chain is keeping her from going too far out, but she's kind of positioned your character where you want her on the map.
Which one is she? The Marzana?
Yes. So she's put distance between the two of you now, and as she's walking around this perimeter, you can see that she starts kind of banging on these little spots here, and you hear some banging back in reply. And those are the wooden doors, and they appear to have locks on them. And you hear a few intermittent howling noises kind of coming out behind the doors as she kind of makes screeching sounds towards them.
Sylvie, maybe we shouldn't get too close to something over there.
She's saying something is hunting her. I don't know if it's the creatures that she's banging on, like the door, or someone else around here is.
Either
Duran,
way.
make a perception check.
Who?
Duran, make a perception check.
Oh, that's not my strong suit.
Okay. All right.
Does Dran see his feet?
Barely.
Good, good.
So Esmeralda kind of walks over here, kind of joins you. This is madness. This abbot, regardless of whether these people, and she kind of looks at you, Tyrael, whether they believe that he would help them or what, this is insanity. He has twisted these creatures, these poor people, and these monsters. Is there no way to bring them back to humanity?
No.
Sylvie.
So
Right.
basically, you either let them live their lives or you destroy them.
They're mad. They're mad.
Sylvie, get back over here.
So, somehow hanging out in this loony bin is supposed to find us a sword that can hurt Strahd.
No.
Let's go.
The abbot knows of no weapon. I've asked.
Maybe the abbot just don't like you.
he doesn't believe that Strahd can be destroyed with violence. He's completely believing connecting somebody else's soul to Strahd through marriage is going to save this land.
Who?
That seems like
Barclay's soul are we planning to do this with?
Lucy.
I mean, you.
Seems like a really weird way to do
whatever name it was that he told me.
Lucy, have you ever thought about maybe
Oh my god,
getting
what's
hitched?
that?
Dran, a creature, just you hear this noise, and suddenly the well erupts with the bucket just goes flying up into the air, and this creature leaps forward, jumping and landing right on top of you, knocking you to the ground.
Oh, good. I mean, oh no.
So you can see now that is it appears to be male. It's this wirely, spindly build, and you can see that it has 3 red glowing spider eyes on the right side of his face. The left side of his body appears to be human, but he has a frog's foot in place of where his left hand would be, a taloned crow's foot where his right should be, and you can see that they're like spider web like strands kind of like trailing off of his body there, and he kind of jumps over, and you can see him just clicking his teeth, and you just hear him shrieking. And as he does so, over here, Savari, you see the woman with the bat wings. She freaks out and begins to sail around, and she's like, "I need you to make let's see here, let me make an acrobatics check, please."
So it's still on top of me, right?
Yeah, we're gonna just kind of freeze time here just a little bit here. So
Time out.
first needs to make an acrobatics check.
Hold on a second.
Should have listened to me.
My add-on is not working. Oh, because I'm not in Chrome. Hold on.
Actually, I'm sorry. Make a dexterity saving throw, not acrobatics. Excuse me.
Is
Misspoke.
it the creature I know of? I've seen already.
No, you do not recognize this creature.
It's not working. Let me open my other sheet.
Okay. Or I can make it for you real quick if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll click it.
I would like to start making my way towards the Abbey.
Okay, so... Alright, so you made a 10. Okay. So this creature is kind of like... She's just kind of in a maddening... She's kind of like trying to go towards the commotion, and as she does so, her arm kind of just flails out its wing, and it kind of clips you on the side of your cheek there, and just kind of cuts you, and you see blood kind of flow freely, and it kind of, as it cuts you, the force of the blow also kind of knocks you back a little bit. You take 3 damage, and you get pushed back a little bit there, kind of rolling in the right as she kind of sails around, coming back around to this direction, and she's screeching at the top of her lungs. And over on the side, you hear the rest of the creatures in various locked areas also begin to make great amounts of noise. So meanwhile, Tyrael, you've just decided to kind of push forward. You're going to go back towards the Abbey, like which direction? Okay.
I'm going to go inside it.
Okay, so you start to head that direction. So Dran, you are now laying on the ground.
Your demeanor. Are you like running, walking, sprinting? What are you doing?
Walking.
So this creature now is snapping at you, trying to eat your face, Dran.
So I'm going to pushing this thing away, and then I'm going to start glowing.
Okay, so go ahead and make a strength check, please.
Okay. This is a normal strength check, not a saving throw?
Nope, not a saving throw. Okay, and I will make an opposing strength check. Because you guys are grappled. Okay, I have a 7, so luckily for you, the 10 beats a 7. All right, so you managed to push the creature off just barely. This thing is really just.
I'm just trying to
not
push
on
it up so I can grab my holy symbol and cast Word of Radiance.
Okay, so you're able to push it up just high enough to do so. And so I see a DC 13 saving throw.
Constitution, correct.
Constitution, excuse me. So this creature needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Okay, so it's a 15.
So it takes half damage.
So it would take 4 damage. Okay, so the creature is blinded by your radiant energy as it's clearly more suited for darkness. Its 3 spider eyes are blinking rapidly, and it kind of screeches and kind of falls backwards a little bit, kind of tripping over as it tries to kind of get away from the blinding light that strikes it. Okay, so at this point, guys, I'm going to kind of, not necessarily initiative here, because this is just one creature. So the creature now is laying on the ground, flailing about. So at this point, you guys can kind of have a little bit of free reign here. What do you want to do with this thing?
Lucy wants to run up and put a paw on Drown and be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's just see what he does before you kill him.
I'm going to move over and pick up Silvari.
Words to live by.
He jumped on me, and I'm gonna draw my sword.
I mean, he murdered people for less.
I mean, he's basically an animal, and we're kind of invading their house, their territory, so to speak.
Stand your ground.
Why don't you
You
try
can find a
talking
way to
him?
put him down before I do.
Maybe
Go ahead.
maybe we can just scare him back into his house.
I'm going to offer Sylvia my hand, try to pick her up out of the mud.
She'll get up. Thank you, Rocky.
You okay?
She's so scared. I think this other one is scared too. We should just communicate with them.
All I hear is a lot of shrieking.
You have something that will send them a message? Like maybe calm down, leave us alone, or we're just here to, I don't know.
Let me see what I can come up with here while I think.
Lucy's gonna pull a torch out of her bag and light it. Just do like the wave it in front of the creature, trying to shoo it back into the well.
Oh yeah, as its eyes begin to adjust and see now, as you're kind of doing that, it you can hear it making like little chittering noises as its mandibles are kind of vibrating, and it's hissing at you now as the flame is kind of pushing back and forth. And you see the creature kind of like acting like it wants to go forward, but the flames just kind of freaking it out, not quite sure what it needs to do.
Go on, buddy. Go on home.
Take a kitty with you.
Or the big lizard murders you to death.
You just see the creature just continues to kind of hiss, and it's moving backwards towards the well. It kind of gets the general idea there, and you see suddenly Esmeralda just kind of runs forward, and she just turns around, does this little spinning kick, and just knocks the creature in its midsection, sending it back over the well, and it just kind of cries out, and you see its arms kind of trying to grab the edge of the well, but it's just a little too slick from the snow, and it just kind of falls, and you just hear it just kind of chittering as it falls back down the well, and you hear a splash below.
Well, I guess that's one way to do it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Lucy extinguishes her torch.
Is there a cover for that well anywhere around?
Make a perception check.
Excuse me.
Man, this is the wrong character to be doing this on.
So you kind of look around for something to push over it, and nothing really catches your eye very quickly there. But Irina, she kind of like taps on your shoulder, seeing kind of what you're thinking, and she points over. The trough. Maybe we could dump it out and just kind of put it on top.
I'm gonna walk over, pick up the trough, and dump it out.
Yeah. So you kind of go over to the side there. You can see it's a pretty good size. You kind of dump the water down there. You kind of get your arms under it. It's a little unwieldy. You probably could get it picked up by yourself. You may want a little assistance. It's up to you.
Rocky, help me pick this up.
Yeah, all right. I'll come over there and help him out.
Okay, so you two together easily are able to lift up the box, the trough, and kind of carry it over there, and you lay it down. You see it's a very heavy wooden box there. I mean, it's got some heft to it. It won't be easily pushed, and you guys kind of manage to kind of half cover, half jam it into the well hole itself there. So you can kind of see the outsides around it. You can see as you guys are kind of scurrying over to do that, you can hear the creature kind of like splashing in the water down below. You can see its eyes kind of glaring up at you guys as you move to cover it.
Man, I almost feel kind of bad just covering this thing up in this well.
Would you have felt as bad if it would have ripped out your friend's throat, Esmeralda says?
Which one?
Yeah, I mean, it depends when you define the word friend.
You there, she yells at you, Tyrael, as she sees you moving down south.
No, if he
What?
ripped his throat out, I don't know that I would really be too sad. I don't really know him. The cat, yes. The elf, yes. Foxy, yes.
What are your intentions?
My intentions are to try to find the bad guy and figure this out.
Not you.
After
She
the
puts it
crazy-
to her.
Oh,
To rid this world of Strahd.
What are your like immediate intentions?
according to our friend, he's crazy and is a team killer.
Where are you going right now?
Is the abbot in there? She points at the building.
Yes.
Introduce him to us. She moves up to join you.
I'm not sure if he would want to meet you.
I'm not sure if I care. What do you say? She looks at the rest of you.
I wanna meet this abbot.
We need to talk to him.
I think so.
There you have it. It looks like we're all agreed.
Doesn't matter, I still don't agree. I'll talk to him first.
Who said that you'll decide for the group?
Yeah, can you stop us?
Whoa, Bernard got pushed forward.
Against his will.
God moved him forward for some reason.
No. A gentle touch of
With your conscience.
touch you and move you forward.
But the abbot is no mere mortal man.
And?
Twould not be wise.
I don't know if you're aware, but we've done a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah, you don't know us very well.
Is my detect good and evil still up?
No.
Are you trying to check Tyrael?
I want to know if there's undead within 30 feet.
Too bad, you don't know now, sucker. Yeah,
I have not seen any undead. The abbot is not undead.
What is he?
I say
Some
it's
would
time to
call
find
it
out.
an angel.
Oh.
You see a mongrel folk climb down out of an area nearby. He walks over. You all make noise. A second one pops down, kind of moving over as well. Lots noise. You scare friends.
We're terribly sorry about that. We're new to the area, so to speak.
This one here gasps, and you see it's again humanoid, kind of like part of its arm is like a bird, kind of like a bird talon. Its legs appear to be almost like goat-like, and its head is like a mixture of human and a little bit of sparrow kind of looking, and it sees you, and it kind of hops over a little bit, and it's cat, and it kind of reaches out a talon finger to touch you.
Lucy holds very still.
And it just kind of like gently pats you on the head, and then looks at the other mongrel folk, and who he is a bit more reptilian in appearance. You can see he's kind of like a lizard-like face with a tongue, and his arms are kind of, I mean, they look very very dark, kind of like a like the muscles themselves are almost like exoskeleton, kind of like that.
Yeah, I'm just a friendly cat.
She's not very friendly sometimes. Careful.
Not here to hurt anybody.
That is not true. She has hurt me before.
Shh, Rocky, quiet.
I'm just telling him the truth. You have hurt me. Sometimes with your claws, you sink them in my shoulder when you're on my back. It can be painful.
Emotionally, physically.
Yeah, both, really. You know, the more that I think about it, sometimes you say really mean things to me.
Now that you guys have kind of made your way into this general area here, you can kind of see down along the wall there. You can see these cracked-in doors, and you see a few of these humanoid mongrel creatures, these little broken sheds, kind of, sort of, and they are. You see the remains of like several chicken corpses kind of laying on the ground. You can see that the creatures are shackled with bestial deformities, as they're all kind of like just forlornly looking at all of you.
I'll take a step back over here to Sylvie and do you think maybe it's, you know, putting these people things out of their misery is the right call to make? I'm starting to really question where I stand on this.
Lucy's gonna take more food and rations out of her bag and just start handing it out to people.
I think cruel things can be done with the best intentions, and I think that's the case here.
And the creatures, Lucy, kind of there's definitely some fear there as they look at you, but you seem to have good intentions, so none of them make any aggressive movements towards you. They seem receptive.
I'm just gonna whistle a soft tune under my breath.
So all of them kind of no aggression made, and kind of towards the far back you can hear the female bat creature kind of screeching a little bit and swooping around as she's kind of watching in the distance at you guys.
Little ones, why is that one tied up?
They kind of look at each other. It is the god will. We do not question the gods.
Does the god treat you well?
They kind of look at each other as if a little unsure how to answer that question, but they kind of seem to shrug a little, and they look at you and like, we eat, we are warm, and they kind of nod to each other.
That is good.
But look around, Lucy. It's like a slum. They just eat chicken, like with feathers on it. He's not giving them cooked proper meals. They don't have anything to snuggle up with, like a blanket, no bed.
Safari, tone down your privilege. Jeez.
They're part animal. Do you see animals wearing clothing?
We put blankets on our horses and take care of them, don't we? If you are responsible for creating these creatures, you must be responsible for treating them humanely.
I admit their care could be better, but this
only
might be better than where they even came from before.
No, this isn't right. This is terrible. people shouldn't be turned into this. If their life is worse than this, then was it a life to begin with?
I can see you two have never faced any hardship. Lucy stomps off.
Can we go inside, or is Tyrael blocking us?
I'll block you.
Now that you mention it.
It's like
As-
a request. He's like,
as
well, what you're asking.
As Merelda kind of walks over, this is indeed a terrible thing that has befallen these people. But I've come here to speak to this abbot, and he will put me off no longer. You there, move aside, or escort us in, whatever makes you happy. She points at you, Tyrael.
No. I'll talk to the abbot first.
Make a persuasion roll. She waits as she looks at you. You have 2 minutes.
Alright, I'm gonna go in.
As Tyrael goes through the door, Lucy casts invisibility and follows him.
So the door opens, and Tyrael walks in, and Lucy scampers behind him.
We all see Lucy turn invisible, right?
Yeah.
I'm just
Except
gonna
for
walk.
Tyrael.
She waited until, she waited until he opened the door.
I'm gonna walk right in.
Well, I'm
You
not,
guys
Yeah.
are making me burn the spell slot? Jeez.
I'm not making Lucy and Renard go alone.
I'm going to stop everybody.
Why the fuck am I even invisible?
Well, you don't see. Tyrael doesn't see you, so whatever Renard and
okay.
Rocky are doing, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to stop Rocky and
I'll just flatten
Good
myself.
luck. I'm gonna roll under his legs. Keep going.
Make an acrobatics check. You kind of like try to dive under his legs, and he's kind of half prepared. So he tries to like grab you, and like he's halfway under you as he grabs your foot. So now he's kind of bent over to grab your foot, but now he's kind of underneath you. Or excuse me.
He's holding
You're-
my foot though.
Yeah, so basically you kind of try to dive in between, so because he's gonna try to block you, keep you from going forward, and so I think that's probably the move anybody would take as far as that goes.
Just are those stairs to our right? Are those going up or going down? I'm assuming
Taking over
going
and
down.
forward.
There's actually to the left, yeah, to the right's going down, to the left's going up. So
you can see it.
Okay.
So Renard is now underneath your legs, Tyrael. You're kind of half bent over, grabbing his foot, trying to keep him from, going past you. Rocky, you're looking around. And of course, Lucy, you're kind of up against the wall, kind of watching all this. But as you guys, all of you now are in here, but you do catch the general ambience of this room here as you guys have walked in. You can hear, even while all this kerfuffle is going on, this gentle sounding music kind of trickling down from above you. Now that you're in here, it's like this cathedral, and you guys have there's a huge light source above, just kind of like coming down. This instrument being played on a single stringed instrument by some unseen person from above you. You see the ground floor now that you guys are all in is large, about a 50-foot square room with arched leaded glass windows on the sides. You can see behind, in the far back of the room, a cauldron sitting on an iron rack above a fire in the hearth. And above the fireplace mantle hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. In one corner, you see the wooden staircase there that is going up. And then to the right there, Rocky, you see the stone staircase descending down into darkness. In front of you are several chairs surrounding a wooden table. It kind of stretches nearly the length of the entire room. And wooden dishware and golden candelabras are neatly arranged on the table. You see standing behind a young woman with alabaster skin. You can see that she's dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. She has auburn hair neatly bundled so as not to touch her shoulders. And she seems kind of vacant, kind of lost in her own thoughts. And next to her, a handsome young man in a brown monk's robe. And he kind of gently holding the woman's hand. You can see that a painted wooden holy symbol depicts the sun hanging around a chain from his neck. He kind of shifts his head looking at all of you, just kind of a bemused look on his face, so to speak, as he sees what's going on.
Tyrael still holding Renard.
You tell me, Tyrael, did you let him go, or are you still holding on to his foot?
No, I'm asking you guys to respect this holy ground.
As far as I'm concerned, I am holy as I walk.
At ease, all of you. You hear this voice, this very clear, very mellow voice, as it kind of just echoes through the chamber. Just very, not really high pitched, but it has a highness and echoiness to it almost. All of you are welcome.
Oh, well, in that case,
Not a
hold on 1 second. I'm gonna step back to the door, open it. He said we're all welcome. You're good. Come on in. Come on in.
You see the two mongrel folk come forward first. And they look at you expectantly, Rocky.
Hey, he said everyone's welcome. Sylvie.
You hear a light chuckle in the back. Go back to your posts. He motions to the mongrel. They kind of look a little downcast and then walk back out.
Lucy's gonna wave at the abbot just to see if he notices her.
If he notices you, he doesn't make any obvious motion that he does. Tyrael, who are these people that you bring? Are they friends?
Yeah, Tyrael. Are we?
And so you see Tyrael speak something out in a language that you guys are unfamiliar with, and you see the abbot kind of look, and he kind of nods ever so slightly, and he speaks something else out in a language that none of you understand.
I speak Celestial. Do I know the language?
You do. Give me a moment. Actually, let's make it quick here. Jump down a channel, I'll tell you, and then we'll jump back up.
Jump up, jump down. Do the shake around. Oh. My bad.
I don't think I know that one.
I really was just kind of going right there off the top of my head. I mean, I thought we were going really good.
I'm sure, there is a song that goes like that.
Well, it's possible. I don't know, though. I mean, it would make sense. And if not, I feel like maybe I should copyright that little bit so we can get something.
Yeah, get it started.
Yeah.
Get a production company going.
I like where this is going. Keep feeding me ideas. Let's keep going with it. Get a production company. Then we're gonna produce, that first song, that pop. You know what I mean? Pow. We're
Yep.
rocking with that. Rocking with Rocky. I like the way this is going. Yes.
Esmeralda now is pushed her way inside. You see Irina and kind of hanging around the back. Ginger bringing up the lead. All of you guys now are kind of in this area here.
What does he look like? I think you described him. Is he old or young?
No, he's a handsome young man, like
Eternally young.
his face is immaculate. Not a single wrinkle or mar upon his face, but his eyes are very ancient looking. Like you get this immense feeling of great wisdom as you look at him.
Well, since you and Tyrael, talking to the abbot, are just going to speak gibberish, I'll speak for the group. We're a bunch of Strahd killers. We came here looking for a sun sword, but I hear that we're gonna find disappointment.
Hey, Foxy, let's not get so crazy. By the way, his name is Renard. He goes by Foxy. He is, yeah, Foxy. This is, well, we don't really know her, but she kind of was our tour guide. Super nice lady, and if she's on the staff, you're doing a great job. This lady back here, who else is in the room? Did the other people come in, or is it just us in there right now? Dram?
Everybody's kind of crowding around the door there, but none of you have moved far enough for everyone to get in comfortably.
Okay. Back there, slightly inside, kind of outside, kind of in between, that's Dran. He's the new guy. We don't really know him that well, but we're okay with him. You know, I mean, he seems to be okay, but he is kind of dragonish. Then you have Sylvie. She is the elf. I don't know if you can see her back there. She's kind of little, but, you know, the cute elf back there. And then there is Irina. That is Foxy's wannabe girlfriend. Well, Foxy wishes she was his girlfriend, but anyways. And then Ginger. And I don't know if you can see her because she's kind of little back there. She'll have red hair. She's green. Please don't make googly eyes at her because she gets really weirded out if people stare. She is short and green. She is a goblin, and it's okay. She's a good person. A little sticky finger sometimes, but she means well. We're the Valiant Lost. We're here to help save you guys.
P.S. The guy that talks a lot, his name is Stilts. He thinks his name is Rocky, but that's my horse's name. He gets it mixed up. We humor him.
He lies. Did I mention he's a lion fox?
Oh, Stilts, you're so silly.
Kind of scares me that you flirt with me about that, but that's okay. This, again, is the Valiant Lost. And somewhere we have a pet cat, but we don't know where she's at sometimes.
So he kind of listens to all of you, and he's just kind of gives a very bemused look on his face as he's listening to all of you and to everything you've said, and he kind of, I see. Interesting. Valiant Lost.
Yep. That's what some people call us.
So we are all in the room, even though the tokens are all spread out. Everyone's inside, I take it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's kind of crowding at the door is what he said, so. Kind of like one of those things when you're trying to get in the house or the bar or whatever, and it's cold outside, and everybody's standing right there at the door, and they're all like, oh my god, I wish everybody would scoot in because it's really cold outside, but nobody's scooting in. Please scoot in. Kind of one of those moments, I would imagine.
Okay. Couple things going on here at once.
I can't select my token for some reason, but I'm in, I guess.
You can't select your token? Okay.
That's because Russ don't like you. I didn't want to break it to you, but...
Oh, now it works.
Okay. Probably just a bit of a lag. I see. The Valiant Lost. He says the words again. Why are you lost?
Hey, look, we didn't name ourselves, okay? We just kind of go with it. But...
We're lost because we don't belong here. None of us.
We're lost because we really got lost the first time. We were all like, where are we? And next thing you know, we were just there, and wherever there was there, and we were saving people.
See. So, I do not see very many colorful individuals step into the realms of Barovia. Are all of you from beyond the mists?
Oops. Can I whisper?
I'm gonna look at Esmeralda and kind of give her a gesture that's like, go ahead and talk or something.
Some here were raised, born in Barovia. You see Esmeralda kind of speak up, and she kind of looks towards Irina. My name is Esmeralda. I've seen the things that have happened here. Let us be blunt. Yes, everyone in this room seeks the death of Strahd. However, I cannot ascertain whether you are another one of his monsters or something on your own. The abbot just kind of releases the hand of the woman. You see her give a very
What's up,
minor
you
stop,
crazy?
and he
Good to
says,
see you, man.
Vasilika, shh. He kind of runs his hands through her hair briefly. And he kind of stretches and he stands.
You crazy?
You can see he's very tall.
How you doing,
He
brother?
kind of looks over at all of you. I wish nothing but peace and
What
for the
are
freedom
you
of
doing?
the people of Barovia.
You wanted me to see your puppy? Come here, Brownie. Come here.
What did we saw?
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Freedom like that, and she kind of gestures outside.
Oh, I got my.
What's wrong?
This,
I got my.
and he kind of nods a little.
You
Which
got
speak
my
of
brownie.
No.
Poor
You need to be
souls
going
here.
back upstairs. It is bedtime almost, baby.
A
We
regretful
do it.
situation.
No, it's
I
bedtime, baby.
merely honored their wishes, and I now
I
take
know
care
you
of
do.
them.
You want to tell everybody hi?
Hi, I want
Come over here so they can see you. Come here.
it. Puppy.
Say
And this
hi.
woman, you take care of her as well. And can
Alright,
I
take your puppy
look
and
at
go
her?
back
What does she
upstairs.
look like?
Now that you're all in the room and you're kind of give her a closer inspection,
I love
she
you.
kind of reminds you of kind of like Frankenstein's
help you?
monster. She appears to have been
Okay.
put
I'll take
together
you
from
upstairs.
body parts. She has stitching
The
and
psycho
sew
was
marks
terrible.
on
I
different
didn't
places on her body.
No, not right now. In a minute.
Is she like? She's moved. She's alive, right?
Be right back, guys.
Make a perception check. You ever had a feeling when you're looking at a body, a dead body, and there's nothing there? Like it seems to be, you almost could swear it was alive, but when you look at it, there's just no breath. It's just empty. Like there's a vacant spot. You get the vibe that you're looking, it's no different than looking at a pot or a vase or a chair.
Mannequin.
A mannequin, yes. Just an animate, and it doesn't feel alive. Your eyes say it might be, but your gut, your instincts, there's something off, very off.
Oh, so it's not moving?
I'm not saying that. You have noticed a few slight movements here and there,
Oh, okay.
but it's really weird. You don't sense life. Maybe that's the best way to put it.
Well, Renard mentioned Strahd. Do you know of Strahd?
Of course. I actually came to these lands many, many generations ago, seeking to do what I could to alleviate the suffering and the pain of these poor people.
Have you tried to end Strahd yourself?
I don't... You mean... of course. He looks at Tyrael. Through violence. Through the sword. Yes. No, I have not taken such a... let us say, brash and extreme method.
Maybe you want to give Strahd lobster claws for hands, but we just want to, off him.
You're free to do as you wish. I have my doubts of your abilities. But sure. Go.
No, I don't have any doubt of your ability to be the most creepifying person I've ever met in my entire life.
He just kind of gives you a smile. I suppose, yes, all of this would seem a bit on the creepy side. But were not, I mean you no harm.
Oh, I'll take great comfort in that. Thank you.
Of course, my child.
Perhaps if we couldn't end Strahd, we could just tie him up like you tied up that poor woman outside.
Oh,
wow, now she's a woman instead of a monster.
Marzina? She
There
is
you go. Okay.
not of sound mind.
Well, I'm dead.
She must be
Your phone's-
kept at a safe distance.
I'll take your wheels off.
I'm back.
I'll take your wheels off. Okay?
I'm sorry, Lucy. Were you saying something?
No, Lucy's having interactions with me.
Wheels off.
And I suppose you made her that, her mind unsound accidentally, perhaps?
Yeah, how crazy was she before you gave her lobster claws?
Unfortunately, many of these individuals' madness was brought upon by the transformation.
I didn't do the side quest at all, months behind. Hold on.
Perhaps you heard of the sounds inside of the other rooms nearby?
Did you get it? Here, Daddy, help you.
Take hard.
Kind of hard,
Are they your failed experiments?
Oh, please don't refer to them as experiments. Nothing here is an experiment.
Okay?
I merely granted them their heart's desires.
I'll put you back your wheels off.
However,
So, yeah. Huh, Daddy?
Yes.
the
Come here, Brownie.
Daddy,
the animalistic tendencies of these individuals,
Come here, baby.
they have
It's our new puppy.
Yeah,
I
brownie.
couldn't bring it to my
Brownie.
bring myself.
I'm a puppy.
To
I got brownie wheels.
Yeah, you
But
got her
it
in
seems
the
that-
didn't you?
Some of them have begun to procreate
Doodle, puppy. My puppy,
There.
puppy.
children and such. Be problematic.
Daddy.
So I have
Don't break them.
done what I could to keep them out from the outside world.
Get down. Get down.
So perhaps when an experiment has run its course, it's time to end that experiment?
Stop.
My dear, they are not experiments. They are living creatures. You do not think it is wrong to end their existence? Are you not some type of druid or something? You have a certain druidic look about you. No, perhaps you're more arcane than druidic.
Dude, it's a torture. Luckily, there's a training place just down the
The
street
place
from
I
where
come from looks fondly.
She goes to doggy
upon
daycare every day and gets
such
training.
creatures that might scare others.
Yes, you do.
I don't know if you've heard of
Doggy
satyrs
training.
or centaurs.
Hey,
We're used to seeing animal creatures, but it seems as if you made something and
Hey,
you're not
Eagle
sure
Box.
what to do with it now, and it can't exist apart from you. So when you mention them breeding. So perhaps this has gone a little bit out of your control?
Perhaps.
good pup.
A couple things happening while they're talking. So you see Tyrael kind of speak something again in that language that you guys heard them speak earlier, and he walks out the door kind of brushing past you guys. In the meantime, as he walks outside a few moments later, as they're conversing, Rocky, you feel sudden pain on your foot. Something kind of steps on it, and nothing major, just enough to go ow, just a little.
Yeah, I'll take a grunt and I'll look. I know she's around. I know she's invisible, but I don't know where she's at right now. Lucy.
You may continue speaking, Sylvia.
Before you do that, Drain understood Tyrael. What did he say?
I'll
He
send
said,
it.
yeah,
Tell me
send a
where
message to him. Go ahead.
Thank you.
You're such a cute puppy, though. She's a good dog. She's all cuddly.
Could I walk closer and look at Veselka?
Yeah. Move forward. You can do anything you want. If you want to walk up and honk his nose, you go for it.
Alright, hold on 1 second.
You can try.
Honk, honk. I don't
I'll be
feel like
right back.
dying.
Yes.
You can try.
Sorry about that. I'm back, guys. Little headaches.
Esmeralda just...
Little headaches.
I don't believe him. She just kind of nods her head.
What part don't you believe?
I don't know what his intentions are, but I don't think they're pure.
I mean, they're clearly not.
Poor child. So sad. You wish to lash out at me, do you not? But why? I have done nothing to you. You strike me as someone... Esmeralda just kind of... You know what I think? She kind of looks at the rest of you guys. I think as soon as he placates Strahd, or whatever his plans are, he probably wants to take his place. You've all heard it. Van Richten told me. Strahd's looking for someone to take his
Just
spot.
frustrated right now a little.
Yeah, Strahd told me that himself.
Right, Irina says. So, this thing comes to this village, tricks these idiots into letting him turn them into monsters, supposedly of their own free will. What? He's letting them breed? Are we stupid? He's making an army of loyal creatures where he is their god.
What's up, Jose? How
You
you
are
doing,
making
buddy?
many presumptions, dear lady. The abbot says. Yeah, well, so it's either that or you're just insane, right? You're just insane. Is that what we're going with? You're some sort of crazy, long-lived thing that thinks that, oh yeah, yeah, like the Fox guy says, here, I made this thing for you. I put a soul in it. Now, do you love it? Will you leave? Seriously? Do you even understand what you're saying? Are you so delusioned that you think that you're right?
I think I'm in love with her.
We know.
I mean, not to mention Tyrael supports him, so his plan is clearly batshit.
Tyrael and Renard, bad history.
Where exactly did you get the bodies to make this woman?
Oh. Here and there.
Took you a long time to put her together, did you?
Yes. Perfection takes time.
A lot of work went into that thing.
I think we look really good, man. It looks really good. Our team looks really good.
Renard looks
I'm really
over
excited about what SGA1's going to do for this season. I think we're going to be doing
the
good.
Woman.
We've got to fix Prestige. Prestige
Kind
is
of
a
looks
big
like
thing
his
we got to
gears
fix.
returning.
If we compare Arena and Vasilka, do they look alike?
Not in facial structure, but you can clearly tell they have similar hair color, similar frame. So that's about as far as it goes.
Oh shoot, I don't know what to do.
Well, Renard's gonna look over to Rocky and look over to Irina and what do you guys make of all this?
So, this is just a created creature?
Oh yeah, she's parts with no soul.
So let me make sure I got this right. This, Jim, just this Valiska or whatever he emits has no soul. Is a creature that he has put together, basically.
Yep, with bodies that he won't say where they're from.
Okay. Okay. In that case, Rocky, and sorry guys, I had some stuff going on I had to take care of, but Rocky's going to step up, and this is not natural. And unfortunately, I don't believe that it is meant to be. Something like this should not be walking the lands.
Natural? What presumption do you have over what is or what is not natural? What is right? What is wrong?
Was she created that way by anything other than your own hands?
Is the clothing on your body created by anything other than the hands of mortals? Are the utensils before us created by the hands of
And
other
yet,
things?
I don't pretend for them to be anything other than what they are. Tools, utensils, items that are meant and made to serve a cause. Tell me, what is her cause then if you made her?
As I have said, she is to be Strahd's bride.
Yeah.
What if he doesn't want her?
Long pause.
Oh, come now, the abbot. He's got an empty spot in his bed. He's a lonely guy.
The ultimate thing is, the question that will come down to this is, can she do the magic hands? I don't know. Because she's a creature made by you. So what can and can she not do?
But she is indwelt with a willing vessel, a soul. She'll be just as alive as anyone else.
Make more of these things?
What?
More. Could you make more of these? Are you planning to make more than this one?
No. No.
Insight check.
Go ahead and make it.
Must be on. I feel like that should give me some bonus points. I totally worked in magic hands.
You feel
for
that
you.
His hesitation is more along the lines of the question caught him off guard as opposed to any real deception.
I feel like that was worth bonus points.
What I mean is, let me rephrase. This, what do you call her? This person that you've made. You know, are they special? Could you remake it? Could you replicate it? Say Strahd doesn't like this one. You make him a better one? Is this a one-off?
This will work, he says very confidently. There's no need for another.
To make sure it works, you would need that what Strahd craves the most is Tatiana's soul, correct?
Well, yes, that is true.
What's up, Ticey
Finding
Tice? How you
her
doing, man?
Reborn soul may take time. It may be another 100 years before I can find her. But when I do, I shall bring her. I must assume that Tatiana only wants her people to be saved.
Too long.
So not just any willing soul will do?
Well,
Tice. Yeah, more like months.
I'm not saying
Jose's
that
fault.
perhaps another might work, but Ideally, the soul would be perfection.
So, Irina, how do you feel about this thing?
I think it is an abomination, and I think it is evil. And I think that this abbot is consumed with madness. Whether he is good or evil does not even matter to me. He believes in what he's doing. There will be nothing to dissuade him. But I can tell you this, if Tatiana were here, she would not have any interest in this plan of yours.
I'm just gonna back up and, just casually stand next to Irina. So should we go?
I'm gonna move over towards those two, and I'm just gonna whisper over to Sylvie. You, of all of us, are the most in tune with what is nature and natural and such. Am I wrong for feeling that this is not natural, not normal, and more of an abomination than anything?
Of course, there's nothing right about this, but my question to you is this something that we want to get involved with, or should we just leave?
I mean, he's playing God here. It's not right.
As far as I'm concerned, you can't just let things like this be undone. It's just the same as letting evil move on. It's the same as not caring about what is right or wrong.
Grant's gonna poke his head out the door to see if Tyrion's around.
You do not see him anywhere.
I think we have, what is the phrase, bigger fish to fry? We could always come back after we're done. Free these people or escort them to a village of their own where they can't hurt anyone.
Or burn it all to the ground.
As much as I hate to admit it, perhaps you're right.
Things like this don't deserve to exist in nature.
Are you all done whispering?
We'll whisper as much as we like, unless you have a problem with that. But you don't seem to have much of a moral compass, as you enjoy putting body parts together and calling them creatures and trying to marry them off, so, your opinion, and I'll point towards him, your opinion matters very little to myself.
See. It seems here, sir, that our conversation is at an end. I would recommend that all of you leave and never return.
Pretty sure I said that 2 feet into the door. Come on, everybody.
Okay, I'll retreat.
Okay. And just help me out here real quick. This Abbey, is there any ties to us that we need this Abbey, or that this thing is, is it, I don't know, is there anything tying this thing to the city, to the town? What all exactly, outside of it being the church, is there any, I mean, we don't have anything to do with it anymore, correct? I mean, there was nothing that we were looking for there outside of trying to meet him, correct?
That was kind of your basic plan.
He says as he starts pouring gasoline around the foundation.
Hush, Lucy. Yeah.
Here,
Okay.
one of you do me a do me a percentile roll. I don't care which one of you, make a decision, but whoever makes this roll.
I got it. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, that's so not good.
We're going one low is good. There, Dran.
Yeah, it's a 22 out of 100.
Correct. Low is good. It's like
F.
golf.
F. Is it a race or is it your grade?
Irina moves over to the side, and she draws the gun, and she shoots Basilica right in the head.
Yes!
Oh,
He was gonna do that.
Yes!
You see this creature's head explode in a bit of gore and bile, and it just splatters the abbot. The body slumps to the ground, unmoving. And the abbot just stares.
Like you said, I guess we need to be going. Go ahead, Irina. Go. Go. Let's go. Everybody out. I'm going to start shuffling people. I'll pull my shield and turn and face the abbot.
Irina runs out the door.
Renard is gonna yell that we may need to worry about the things in the courtyard.
Esmeralda. She seems a bit shocked. Let's come on, let's go. And she motions, and she kind of goes. She grabs Ginger by her curtain, or her by the back of her jacket, and yanks her out.
All right, I'm going to cast.
We're running.
I'm going to cast message and speak with Lucy, because I'm assuming she's still invisible and I have no idea where she's at. So I will send her a message. Get the fuck upstairs and get out of here. Go.
Lucy's just gonna jump on his shoulders.
I'll feel it. I'll know she's there. What's that? Did you say something, Luce?
No, I think it's just feedback.
Oh.
She just jumped on your shoulders.
Yeah, I feel it. I know she's there, and I'm going to keep backing up towards the door with my shield kind of up, making sure that everybody else is out. And then I'm going to get out the door after I know everyone else is out of the building first.
Dran's gonna hold the door and come out last.
As I get to the door, I'll tell you, go. I've got my shield, go.
He's
Lucy's
gonna put
gonna
the
jump
dragon
on.
in front of the rest of the group.
Lucy's gonna jump on Trey's shoulder when...
So Tyrael is kind of running now back towards you guys. He kind of sees all of you there.
What have you done?
What you should have.
Oh, Lucy sees this as a problem, so she jumps down.
I'm running all the way to this bat creature, and I want to tug at the chain to free her.
Alright, I'm going to keep running towards Abby.
As you get closer to the door, an explosion of light just kicks the door open, and as it does so, it actually hits you, knocking you back, Tyrael. You kind of bump into Esmeralda as you guys both kind of go sprawling onto the ground. And then you see the light kind of illuminating from it, and the roof of the abbey explodes, just in this huge avalanche of rubble and bits of ceiling and such, and it just, you see light just shooting up out of the sky, and this being suddenly begins to arise from the rubble of the roof, and you see this creature, and if it was the abbot, well, you know, you're not really sure anymore. You see a creature with enormous angelic wings kind of floating. his skin pale, and this blondish bowl, kind of like this wavy hair, kind of like flowing, a golden. He's shirtless. He's got a couple pieces of armor on his arms. You see that he's carrying a some type of staff or scepter, and a glowing robe is kind of like kind of sashed around his legs. You can see his feet now are in some type of
sandals.
Sandals, yeah. And the wings are just floating. You see this light,
Jesus.
holy light energy just kind of flowing around him as he kind of floats up above you guys. And he slowly flies above all of you. And he kind of lands right about here. And as he does so, Dran, make a dexterity saving throw.
So
Okay, so as you land, or as he lands, this little shockwave just hits the ground, and you go flying up into the air, landing about 20 feet away. As it hits, he just pounds the ground with this presence there, and you take 7 damage as you hit very hard. Your own plate armor kind of doing damage to you as you land on the ground. Esmeralda kind of looks. Oh, what is he? I am angry. He speaks. This voice, this gutturalness, the facade before of this peaceful demeanor is gone. You see his eyes glowing in a holy flame with light. What have you done? What have you done, you miserable little mortals?
We may be mortals, but we get to decide when we're miserable, not you.
Oh my god, that's great.
Yes. Yes, I suppose you mortals do.
That's right.
What you've cost me, well, will cost you as well. Roll initiative.
Let's rock.
So much for I don't like violence.
Oh, yeah, really.
Oh my god, my rolls, I'm gonna die again.
You suck. At rolling anyway. I mean, I like you as a person, but your rolls are terrible.
Wait, Dran,
I-
don't you have inspiration?
Renard.
Can inspiration be used on initiative?
I can use it anytime, I believe.
Yeah, I've got 2 more. Let's do that. Or I've got 3.
I'll do that too.
Oh, we're terrible. We're so dead.
I'll take that.
Oh no, he sees Invisible Lucy. We're done for.
Everybody? Okay.
Yep.
So, let's see here. Hang on a sec.
So I still have 3-ish inspiration because I had the Dawn Lord's Blessing and then the one that we got from whatever event. Or no, the one I got for wiping through the Hag's forces.
Yeah.
Good call.
Okay. All right. Savari, you're first.
Well, I was gonna free this girl, but I don't think she'll help us. But I'm just gonna cast Mage Armor on myself, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Dran, you are prone, so you'll need to spend half your movement to get up, and then you can proceed.
I'll spend half my movement to get up. I'm gonna use my bonus action to Hunter's Mark the Abbot.
Okay. Go ahead and put a token on him.
And then I'm gonna get over to him. And I got this really
As
nice.
you do so, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy. I also get +2 to that, so it's 24.
Okay, you saved. So, do forgive me, I don't remember for sure. Do paladins have any type of defense against holy or radiant damage?
I am immune to disease.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't think there was any damage.
And I'm resistant to fire.
Okay.
I think I'm probably the only one resistant to radiant.
Okay. As you move into his radius there, you feel that this is not some mere creature that you guys have faced in the past. This is some type of heavenly holy being. And as you get close to him, his radiant light that surrounds him, it just kind of sears your soul briefly, and you take 7 radiant damage. And now you may continue.
Alright. Well, we're gonna take a swing at him with my greatsword.
Okay. Everybody remember that you all have inspirations, at least 3. So I just want to point that out.
I'm using one of those on that 9 because I know that 9 ain't gonna hit.
No, it's not.
We're gonna
Okay.
roll that, so that's gonna be a 24 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit.
So 15.
All right.
And then that's also a d6. Hunter's Mark. D6 for Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
And then I'm going to expend 2 spell slots I'm going to expend 1 spell slot to add Divine Smite damage. Deal
Okay.
2d8 radiant damage. Let's see if it
Okay.
does anything extra. Oh, 4 radiant damage.
Okay. All right.
And then I'm going to make my second attack.
My turn.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
I'm
That's a
gonna
miss.
use my other point of inspiration.
Okay. That's also a miss.
It's 19.
Oh, that's a hit. Sorry.
So that's 10 plus a d6.
So 14.
14.
Okay. So you just jump to your feet and you just come barreling towards him, and you just letting out your battle cry, swinging your greatsword, and it just slashes across his flesh there, and you see as it draws kind of blood, you see a bit of goldish liquid kind of like seep out of his chest there as your first strike hits true. Reversing, going into another strike coming across there. You see he kind of like raises his arm up and kind of blocks it with his own forearm. You see the blade kind of chip into his arm, and you see a bit of blood kind of leak from it, and then he kind of like thrusts his arm, kind of like moving your blade away there, as you've kind of cut into him twice. Rocky, your move.
Freak. How far away is he roughly here?
These spaces are meant to be a little bit bigger. So each space is 10 feet instead of 5 feet.
Okay, so
This is a bigger
10,
courtyard.
20, right at 30 feet away, right? Is what I'm
Yeah.
showing.
So you can get up to the adjacent space, but it takes every bit of your movement to get there.
Okay. I'm going to... Actually, I guess I'm going to cast... I'll cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
And then... Give me 1 second here. I'll be able to move and then still use my bonus action, correct? I mean, because you got two moves, two full actions.
Movement, and then... It's just one of your normal actions, and you've got your bonus, and then you've got your regular action.
Okay. I'll go ahead and move up, and then I'll use that bonus attack that I have to swing on him.
Okay.
Now, with us having two of us there, is that advantage considered at that point with flanking, correct?
That is correct.
Nat 20, baby.
Okay. Looks like it. Yep, looks like it auto-rolled the crit damage, so there you go. So yes, 15 damage. So,
and
slam into him.
Yeah, I'll come running in and hit him. Unnatural creatures don't need to be created. That is just against so many things.
So you swing in, hitting him hard, and you see that it's a glancing blow. I mean, you slam him very hard there with Dran kind of backing you there, and he takes it into the chest there, and there's no doubt in your mind your warhammer would have broke bones of any mortal creature, but this thing kind of almost shrugs it off. You know you've done something, but whew.
Sure.
Is he made out of rubber a little bit? Either way, it's Tyrael's turn. Tyrael, you are now laying on the ground, having been blown away when the door opened. Oh, I apologize. I forgot. Rocky, you were supposed to roll a Constitution saving throw.
And take a boatload of damage for just standing, you bastard.
Con?
So many things going on. A lot of people talking to me in whispers too.
Constitution?
I'm sorry?
You say Constitution?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Shouldn't be advantage. Sorry. But still, nat 20.
You also get +2 on Constitution because you're within range of me.
Sweet. So, 25.
Yeah, so you definitely saved. So you are going to take 5 damage as you get into 5 radiant damage as you get close to him. Okay, so Tyrael. So Tyrael has just yelled out something in that language there, and Dran, you understand it.
I want to move forward to try to get into the Abbey, since there's no door now.
Yeah, you can walk right in. The whole thing is a shamble.
And I want to check on Vasilka.
She has no head. She is literally a body with no head splattered all over the back of the wall there.
Is there candy inside her?
There is not.
What is wrong with you? That's so terrible and so funny.
And I will just hold action.
Okay. All right.
What's Tyrael's reaction to finding her like that? He just kind of looks at her.
You don't know, you don't see.
You do not. So.
Yet.
It's the abbot's turn. So he looks at the two of you burly warriors in front of him, and he looks and he sees, seems I'm outnumbered. And then he speaks in a voice that echoes throughout the whole of the area. My disciples, my children, come and protect your abbot. And you hear echoing sounds across the whole of the abbey as the mongrel folk begin to holler and scream, and you see the doors literally become smashed in some areas as creatures begin to make their way out. You see the ones that were down here near the chicken coop, they're struggling against their bonds, trying to break free. The two up here move down, and you hear numerous sounds and scratchings coming from this general direction over here.
Oh God, Renard was right.
And you see the bat creature now that she has heard the voice. You see her eyes narrow as she looks down upon you, Savari.
Uh-oh.
Rocky will yell, Savari, get away from there! Run!
And the abbot swings his weapon first at Rocky. Okay, does a 25 hit?
It will hit.
Oh, sweet Lord.
Okay. Whew. Take 50 damage.
Okay. I will
Or
roll.
49 damage.
I'll roll my die 12. Dun, 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 dun. Oops. So what was the number before?
Would have been 49.
No, 40. I'm assuming all that damage is correct, right? 6, 1, 20, 20?
Yes, 41, 47, 48. Excuse me, 48 damage. I apologize.
Yeah.
So you take 43 damage.
Okay. That's not calculating for it being a nat 20, is it?
No, we're going off of the first one. He doesn't have advantage.
I understand. I just was making sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he hits you hard. Like that mace comes down, and you never would say you've been struck by a god before, but this is probably about as close as it comes. I mean, that mace hits you, this burst of radiant energy just erupts from it, and he hits you hard, man. And you are like just dazed, like blood goes spewing out of your mouth. And you just, never have you felt such agony from a single blow.
Okay.
So Duran, you kind of just see Rocky get smoked as he gets hit with an unbelievable amount of force, and you feel as that weapon strikes him just this immense amount of just overwhelming force as it strikes him. And he looks at you. I know you can speak my tongue. I've watched your movements. Bow, Dran, and I'll save your life. Drop to your knee in
He
reverence.
ain't stupid enough to drop to his knee and listen to you.
I'll respond in Celestial.
Pretty much. I'm out. Fuck this, man. You just smacked me in the mouth. That hurts. You got 1 hit point.
I see.
I'll snarl that at him.
What do you guys think?
Go unconscious.
Choir singing.
Probably sounds very melodic and heavenly.
think you guys need to RP what it sounds like from now on.
It probably sounds really fucked up coming out of a Dragonborn's mouth.
Rocked.
To be perfectly honest.
Rocked. I have 1 hit point. Holy
So
fuck.
be it. And
I need a distraction.
he swings his mace at you. Does a 17 plus...
Shit. Yes. You don't need to have the plus.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So... Whew, okay, you take 25 radiant damage from his mace as it slams into you.
Still alive? We're okay. I'm still conscious.
Okay. So those of you kind of in the back there, now you've seen this individual has swung his mace, knocking Rocky almost completely to the ground in a single blow. And with another flailing of that same golden mace, he crashes into Dran. Not hurting him quite as bad as before, but you can tell he is in some serious danger. And it is Esmeralda's turn. And she looks around. She sees the 2 mongrel folk guards, and she kind of glances back at you, Renard. Do you have them?
She's talking to me?
Yeah. You can see now that these 2 guards that you had met earlier now have come down. They are looking to engage, it would appear. They're hostile, you can tell.
No guarantees.
Going after him, and she draws her rapier and she points towards him.
I'm gonna, since I'm speaking, this is a free action obviously, I'm gonna look over at Irina, because I can tell that she's about to act soon. And Renard just yells out, I just want you to know, in case we die, I have so much respect for what you did in there. Great job.
So you see Irina she kind of picks the gun up. She goes, well, hopefully we don't die. And she points it at one of the mongrel folk. And Esmeralda makes a beeline over to here, and surprisingly, she casts a magic spell. Lightning bolt. And a stroke of lightning then just slashes forward towards it. And I need my abbot to make a spell save. Or a dexterity saving throw, I should say. So give me a second to do that. And he saves. So it's going to be 8d6 lightning damage, or half of that. Sure. Right? Yeah, 8d6.
Get
1
rocked.
sec.
Just rocked.
So we'll do 5 and 3. So 26. Okay. So Esmeralda, as she kind of says that to you, she then makes a beeline towards the abbot, and she speaks in the language of magic, casting a lightning bolt as it just kind of roars across the ground, ripping up chunks as it goes, and it strikes into the zealot, or into the abbot. And she kind of looks at the 2 of you, like, you need Rocky and Dran, keep your distance. And so the abbot, as the lightning kind of strikes into his body, you witch. You can see that the lightning has left a little bit of a charredness on his chest there as it strikes him.
He's not undead. He's not undead or fiend, right?
No.
Okay.
No, he's
reading my divine smite, making sure.
He's celestial. He is definitely a godly being.
I was just reading my divine smite, making sure I didn't miss a die roll.
No. Okay, so Irina is going to second.
It's okay.
I'm actually gonna borrow one of your gun attacks, Bernard, so I can do this. So if it shows your name, just disregard it.
Yeah.
Alright, so she fires at the mongrel folk. That is right here. And so she takes aim and she fires. Hey, your training has paid off because of 19 hits. And the bullet rips through the creature's spine, and you see it like just whimper pathetically and fall on its back there, kind of like kicking its arms and legs about, or excuse me, its arms about, its legs unmovable. And you see the creature just kind of spurting blood up. And she kind of looks, kind of gives a little bit of a shout. I got one!
Yeah, I'll give her a thumbs up. She's a badass now.
The creature is just pathetically moving about, just unable to do anything other than what it's doing there. Lucy, your move.
Do the am I in combat with the mongrels?
Everything's in combat with everything.
Even though I'm invisible?
Oh, if those creatures can't see you, so no. There's none near you directly, so.
Okay.
However, as soon as you do anything, you will
Right,
lose
it'll
invisibility. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's not gonna matter in a second. Okay. I will cast Reduce on the abbot. So
Okay.
he will need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, 1 second.
So I'm reducing his size in half. Maybe. We'll see.
Constitution saving throw, you said? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Go Lucy. Go Lucy. Go Lucy.
Woohoo!
Okay, but unfortunately, he has advantage on saving throws against spells and magical effects due to his
God damn it.
nature. So he saved.
Okay.
But now you kind of shimmer back into view, and you just catch a slight look as he kind of just gives a side eye at you as he kind of detects that your magic has been cast upon him, and it kind of for a second you're like, oh, maybe I'm okay, and then it just kind of nope, it did not even nope, it's not working.
I will then also cast Bardic Inspiration on Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky, you feel as though you've been bardically inspired.
I am inspired.
Okay. So those of you that are focusing over there, you suddenly see Tyrael also suddenly sprouting a above the air, above the collapse of the abbey there, and he's flying on these translucent wings, kind of like a wispiness, almost as though they magically created. And he's holding the remnants of Basilica's body.
I also moved.
Okay, yep, I saw. You're good.
Okay.
Tyrael, what are you doing? As you've used your action to do that.
Yeah, I am speaking.
Okay. Whammo! He types furiously.
Wham wham.
All right, that's what I'm going to do.
So you call out the
Epic
tongue
climax.
in the celestial form, or in the tongue of the celestial, and he looks. I need a persuasion check with disadvantage.
All right, let's do this. I click on disadvantage, then I click on persuasion.
and he speaks to you in Celestial. And I'll just say what it is so we can kind of move forward here. These infidels, they have trespassed into my domain. They have ruined my plan. They cannot be excused from this. There must be retribution. You have made no action to stop me. You have not caused me any harm. You have been one of peace. I understand what you wish. I say this. Leave here. We have no quarrel.
I will tell them all to leave. But just leave. Stop this madness before we start killing innocent mongrel folk.
Wait, that's an option? I can just leave?
Yes, we can leave. We've destroyed the sanctity of the abbot's home.
I vote leaving.
Rocky will say, that
What?
almost seems fair.
Not what he said.
What's that?
The abbot said we have to pay for it. Not that we could leave.
Somebody needs to decide, because I need to know my options here, because...
Bernard, it's your move. This is all happening simultaneously.
Question regarding
Answer.
rules. If I were to, since I'm obviously going last in the round, if I were to hold action, would it hold until my next turn? I could just hold it, or it disappears?
I'm working
when
that
I'm
trick once behind.
It disappears with the round. You're in a bad spot for holding action. Well, I take that back. No. You make your action before your turn comes back up again.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold.
Okay, you hold action.
Actually, no. Hold on. Right now, I'm gonna take a partial action. So obviously, the dude Abby has looked at Lucy, and he's attacking the people in front of him, and now he's looking up, yelling at a conversation with Tyrael. Nobody's probably looking at Renard. If I take a quick glance around to figure out who may be paying any attention.
There's a mongrel folk directly in front of you who wishes to eat your face.
So he's like looking right at me.
Oh yeah, he's jumped down from above and he landed and he's looking right at you.
Okay. And behind me, this place is pretty much blown open. Give me a quick description of what I see as far as this door and...
Door has been destroyed off the hinges. The windows are shattered out that you can see. The roof is in complete destruction.
Okay. I am going to just, because the door is blown open, I don't think it'll probably take much of an opportunity to just back through it. There should be a hole. I'm just going to slip around here out of sight. Even if that mongrel dude decides to go with me, I don't give a flip. That's where I'm headed.
Okay.
So I should be right there. I mean, is that a good place to be out of sight? Where I assume there's a wall between me and everybody else in the combat, right?
Yes, moving in there will get you. Mongrel folk is kind of takes a swipe at you, but only kind of. You could tell it's not a fighter as it just kind of swipes weakly. You kind of just easily just roll past it and duck inside.
Okay, so I've taken a very partial movement, and I'll just hold action.
Okay, so you've spent your move action basically there, and you're holding your main action.
I mean, not a whole move action. I didn't move really any distance.
Okay, all right. Top of the round. I'm sorry, not the top of the round. Excuse me. Now it's time for the mongrel folk to go because they have, the lowest possible initiative since they joined in. So this mongrel folk right here is actually going to. He's going to actually kind of move forward, kind of coming after you, Renard, since obviously you just went right past him. So he kind of walks in here, and he is going to make a swipe at you with his.
You should probably read what I'm typing first.
Oh. Okay. So the creature walks inside and stops, and we will move on. The bat creature here actually flies in, swinging, trying to take an attack at you, Sylvie. Let's see here. One moment. So she swoops in and she claws at you with her talons. An 8 hit? Probably not, right?
No.
Okay, so she comes in swooping at you, attempting to slash into you, and you narrowly dodge as she kind of flies over your head. Then this one comes in and he attempts to take a bite. Oops. Please disregard the double click. The top one is the first one. So the 6 misses. So this creature has missed you as well. And this one comes a little closer and is also raking at you with its claws. As a 13, does that hit?
No.
Okay. And one more moves in, also attempting to chomp your face. And that is a 6, which is a miss. So Sylvie is apparently a part monk, as these creatures kind of come in swooping, and as they're kind of coming in trying to attack you, they're misshapen, their deformed bodies make them a bit difficult to get around anyway, and so they're attempting to carry out their abbot's will, but they're very clumsy. They're very unskilled in their attacks, and their animalness and their humanness are contradicting their ability to properly move. So you're able to kind of move as you move forward out of range from the bat creature. The other ones kind of just lumber after you, snapping, and you just get just out of their reach as they all kind of almost blunder into each other as they try to grab you. And it is your move.
I am going to Misty Step.
Okay.
Is each square 5 feet?
10 feet right now.
Let's see, it looks like 30 feet. I can go 30 feet.
Yep. Okay.
That's all I can do.
Misty Step's a bonus action.
It is?
Sure.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sweet.
I only know because I have that spell.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna yell, "What are we doing?"
Ask him what the price is.
He won't let us leave.
Oh, okay, fine then. I'm going to...
Davari, if there's a way to keep this door from opening, that would probably be good.
I don't really have anything to keep it opening.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, I'm just gonna...
I think I'm gonna die.
Enlarge.
Still, real quick, while you're trying to decide what to do, you do hear Tyrael speaking out very loudly over the whole of the area there. This time in common, and he says, "No more innocent blood needs to be spilled. The mongrel folk lives do not need to be recklessly lost. All our goals are to rid the world of Strahd. Call all of these mongrel folk to stand down. Let's show that we can lead peacefully."
Who is that? Who said that?
That was
Tyrael is saying that.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna shout, "When a tree is diseased, you must burn the forest." And I will cast Enlarge on Rocky.
Wow. Somebody that's so in tune with nature wants to burn it down.
I leave you guys alone for like 10 minutes. Suddenly
Tyrael.
Fire's cleansing. And that's my turn.
All right. So Rocky, you get big.
Okay.
Swole, man. More swole than you were.
And you will deal 1d4 extra damage when you hit.
Okay.
Alright. Dren, it's your move. Oh, wait. Did it click Sylvie for some reason? Oh, whoops. There we go.
Okay. Well, so you said I have advantage on attacks right now because Rocky's next to me?
Yeah, flanking is a rule in 5th edition to where if you have a person with you, you have a advantage on attacking because it's like you guys are kind of like crowding around him.
Alright, well, I'm gonna swing away.
Okay.
Mother.
That's a miss.
I'm gonna use my last inspiration.
Are you
Okay.
praying to your god over there?
Bahamut has abandoned me.
Save me, Dragon Jesus.
So that is a 22.
Okay, that is a hit.
Then that is a D6. And then I'm gonna burn a 2nd level spell slot for Divine Smite. Add 3d8.
Okay, go ahead. Ooh, that's pretty bad.
That's real bad. That feels real bad.
Okay, so
21 damage. And 8 of it is radiant.
okay,
And then I'm gonna make my 2nd attack.
okay.
Come on, crit. Aha! Ha ha! You did it!
Yeah.
All right, so we got
So with the crit, I do an extra 2d6 damage because of
Okay.
the Vicious Greatsword.
right.
And so that's 10, 17 on that, plus a d6 Hunter's Mark. And then I'm gonna use another spell slot to do 2 more for Divine Smite. So 12 Radiant, and then 6 from Hunter's Mark. So 17.
So add
36
roll up.
damage. 36 damage from that.
All right. Okay.
Then
Got it.
for my bonus action. I'm gonna brace for impact.
Do what?
For my bonus action, I'm gonna brace for impact because I have a feeling this is gonna hurt.
Okay. So you're like taking a defensive position?
No, I just can't do anything.
Okay.
Just gonna kind of grit down and hold tight to my sword because I have a feeling the abbot's about to whack me.
All right, Rocky, your move.
Um. I'm gonna heal myself here. First. I guess we'll go with Cure Wounds. and I'll cast it at a 3rd level. So it's 3d8 plus my spellcasting mod. So 13 plus cast off wisdom.
You have a Bardic Inspiration.
I mean, I only would have re-rolled the 1. I mean,
Yeah, no, I don't think it does anything.
Yeah,
Forget
I mean-
it said anything.
and then so that's plus another 3, so 16 I'll gain back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna swing on him.
Bonus action to use your weapon.
Well, I only used 1 action, so I'll, little bonus action and swing away.
Right, because your bonus action is a regular attack, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'll use my inspiration to re-roll.
Go ahead.
You have advantage on that too.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I'm going to re-roll that one more time first. So, there. 17 hit.
Yes, that is a hit.
Okay.
Okay.
And I also do an extra die 4.
Okay, and 2 more. All right.
And can I use the Bardic Inspiration for damage?
What's it do again?
Attack
Look.
roll or saving throw. So,
No, it's not for damage. It's just to modify your roll itself.
Yep. Whether or not you hit, miss, dodge, whatever. Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right.
Question.
That ends Rocky's turn. Good.
Sorry, what?
Looks like that would end Rocky's turn. Yes. What's your question?
I see. I mean, this place has the roof blown off of it, right? I can see Tyrael flying above the building, right? From me being
Yes.
within it.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna yell out to him since I can see him up there, and I'm actually just gonna like yell his name and wave him down. You know, I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, for the love of God, I find myself agreeing with you for once. Come down here, let's work this out."
Okay. So yeah. So Tyrael, I mean, you see Renard down there yelling at you.
I'm going to, before I go down, I'm going to go ahead and cast Shield of Faith
Okay.
on the abbot.
What's it do?
Plus 2 AC.
Okay. Got it.
And then I'm going to fly down to Renard.
Alright, since we obviously only have a few seconds to talk, but I kind of want to say something in private, if we could just briefly drop down to the next chamber.
Yes. Go quick.
So Rocky, who do you think's gonna die first, you or me?
Me.
Because as soon as he comes around to this next hit, one of us, actually, both of us are probably dropping here. That's why I used both attacks. I was trying
I was
to get
kind
him
of
down
thinking.
just enough to.
I almost thought the same thing, but I was like, well, if I can get lucky with the right roll, with the right situation. I do wonder something, though.
Like, are you really hurt, Rocky?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Rocky's got what, 14 hit points left?
Mm,
It's kind of hard to tell, but the health color changes around the tokens.
you don't know,
Orange
but
and red are very bad. Orange and red means we're bleeding everywhere.
I will tell you this. When you looked at Rocky earlier, you could tell there is blood just pouring out of him. You can tell he's been hit, and hit super hard.
All right. So the abbot's turn. So the abbot looks now.
I'm gonna take my action that I've been holding.
Okay.
All right. So what happens next is you guys see Vasilka come stumbling out the door, and she's got her right hand over her eye, and it's bleeding really bad. Blood is dripping down her face because she's been shot, and her whole head wasn't blown off after all. But anyway, she kind of stumbles out, and she's just just kind of freaking out, and she reaches her right hand off of her eye, and now you can see it's not just her eye that's shot, but a whole chunk of her, the top of her head, is kind of blown away, which is alive. And she reaches out to the abbot, desperately seeking his help.
And you see, like, Esmeralda, Irina, everyone just kind of like, what in the actual hell is going on here? As they kind of stare at you. The abbot, as he's kind of holding his mace above his head, ready to deliver a few choice blows to the two in front of him, he hesitates, stops, looks forward, sees this visage of his creation walking and stumbling. You see a puzzlement looking over his crystalline facial features. He looks down at Dran and Rocky. Away! He speaks a word. Both of you make a Constitution saving throw.
Remember, Rocky, you get +2.
I think I get some else for being big.
I think this is our time to run.
That's a 26 on my end.
Okay. Okay. So...
Rocky?
15. Nope, 14.
Alright, so you both save. So a wave of energy just erupts from him, a shock wave. Each of you will take 6 radiant damage, and you'll both be blown away 20 feet.
Okay, everybody, time to go.
Oh, Sylvie, roll as well. You're close enough to him. And so is Esmeralda. She has to roll as well. Okay, so you saved. She'll take 6. This character sheet, so I can do that. Constitution, boom. She failed, so she takes the full brunt of that damage.
Hey,
And so she gets...
Our murder hobo could have finished this.
All right, so I'm gonna move you guys. So Dran, you go here, and Rocky, you shoot forward about here, as you guys get knocked away. And the abbot slowly begins to walk towards, and as he's walking on the ground, you can see that the snow that had been kind of all over the ground here and there, you see it just like a steaminess as his holy energy just goes across it as he's making a beeline straight towards Renard, ignoring all of you as he makes his way towards him.
Psst, psst, Irina! Lucy's gonna whistle loudly.
She kind of just
everybody.
stumbles back and kind of with watching the abbot, and you could see his eyes kind of following her briefly, and then they kind of move back around to Renard as she makes her way. Esmeralda landed in one of the pig troughs, and she kind of shakes herself off and begins to slowly make her way back up, moving towards Irina. She grabs Irina's hand and helps pulling her forward there. You see Ginger is already making her way up. The mongrel folk now have kind of hesitate. They're all kind of watching, unsure of what to do.
Come on, hurry! Lucy's trying to usher everybody out of the gates.
Rocky's gonna get up and come on, Renard.
Lucy's even gonna help Dran get up.
You don't see Renard.
Yeah, you don't know where Renard or Tyrael are. Presumably they're inside of the building.
Okay, then I hold.
All right, so everybody else at this point is stumbling and making their way towards the gates as fast as possible. The abbot continues to walk slowly towards Basilica.
If I have my action, I'm going to use all 30 points of my lay on hands on myself.
Technically, we're kind of in a weird spot, like in between here. So, Esmeralda's moved, Irina's moved, Lucy has moved. It's technically on Renard right now. So, It's Renard's move.
So
The abbot is about 10, 15 feet away from you right now, coming towards you.
Okay. I'm just gonna continue to wait on him.
Okay. All right. Okay, in that case, it is Sylvie's move.
Sylvie, run as fast as you can and get as far away as possible.
I say to Lucy, what's gonna happen when he finds out it's just the mirror?
We don't want to be here to find out.
What about Renard?
We'll have to hope for the best. He's a clever fox.
Okay, I'm gonna peace out then. I move 30 feet out the gate.
Okay. Tran.
Alright, I lied. I'm only gonna dump 25. $25 points to heal myself. 25. And then I am my action. Mark. I'm gonna stay right where I am, watching the abbot, waiting for everybody else.
Rocky.
Okay. I am. Okay. Let's see. So I've got.
Gotta get out of here.
Fuck. I'm trying to think about how I need to do this. Hold on.
Just reroll a new character.
I'm going to move up. To where this creature is, knowing that it's
And kill it again.
likely Renard.
Stay dead.
And I'm gonna just put my hand on it, say something, and then I am gonna return back up to about here. And I'm just gonna tell the creature, the quote-unquote creature, knowing it's Renard, without just saying I know it's Renard and the abbot, that, you know, basically what you've done is not right. And I hope this creature knows the moment has come and it's time to get away. Run away. Get.
I am not going to acknowledge him in any visible way.
And at that point, I'm just going to kind of hold there and back up to my full move action.
Okay, Tyrael, it's your move.
I'm gonna hold action.
Okay. The abbot stands before you, Renard, as he moves forward. He looks at you very intently.
Actually, I take it back. I'll stay right there. I don't want to move
I
out
will
past that.
lower my head and just kind of reach out. I'm still reaching out for him, just like reach out for his hand.
And with a speed that defies anything that your eyes couldn't even perceive, he grabs you by the front of your shirt, and his fingers kind of go through the illusion of the mirror, and he lifts you up until you are eye level with him.
I still have my action, right?
You do.
I'm gonna shoot him then. My other left hand, of course, has my gun. That's why only one hand was reaching out. I'm
Okay.
gonna go ahead and point blank pop this guy.
Okay. You have advantage.
Cool. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am using Violent Shot, which I'll link for you, and I'm gonna dump all 3 of my crit points into it, which if it hits, will give me 3 additional attack die.
Okay.
There's Violent Shot, which adds +2 to misfire per crit point. So anything less than a 6 is a 1. And now the actual attack. Oh, I didn't turn on advantage. 1 second.
Oh!
Okay, so a regular damage, which you can see what is 22, and I get 3 extra attack die. 1 second here.
D12s for bad health?
Yes. Also, I gain a crit point back. I mean, sorry, because I crit, I gain back 1 crit point. It's lagging, but they're coming.
So secretly, I've cast a spell on Renard, putting him at safety. So we'll see what happens here. He can't take damage.
So 48 damage.
The bad news is I'll take it.
Okay.
Oh wait, with the crit it doubles, right?
It automatically calculated its damage.
Oh, it already did the double.
Yes.
But it
if you
didn't double
if you
my.
mouse over 10 plus 12, you can see where it shows the crit.
It didn't double
No.
my d12s.
Yeah, he's talking about his extra attack die that get added from the violent shot.
On a crit, you normally don't double roll additional die. Like as a rogue, if I crit, I don't crit my sneak attack.
Your
damage.
your bonus damage doesn't get critted, just your main attack, and everything just adds to it.
The actual weapon damage is what's crit.
It should
Correct.
be 48 damage.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, you blast this being right in the head, and you see like an eruption of just holy radiant energy as part of its face seems to be gone, and it's looking at you now. Now you can kind of see this partly a skull, partly this flaming light over part of his face there, and he looks upon you with intent, very carefully, and his voice just pierces your soul as it's just strong, radiant. Little fox, this is what you choose. This is what you chose. You could see like the fleshy parts kind of like there still singed from your weapon, from the attack, and this liquidy, flamey, almost lava-like consistency just kind of like draining out of its face down its chest as it's looking at you.
I still have time to reply.
Yeah, you can speak.
It's not my ideal choice, but gotta get my friends out of here. I don't want to hurt your mongrels.
Is that so? He looks, and you can feel this something touching your mind, and you just feel these eyes just boring into you. Yes. I see. And he, still holding you very tightly now, he turns his head briefly over his shoulder. So that is her. He points with his other hand towards Irina, who's escaping out the gate.
I try to shoot him again.
Yeah, his grip clutches further upon you, to the point to where you start to feel like you're getting strangled, like your arms are not quite moving the way you want to. He's got you very, very held. And he looks back at you. You have destroyed my vessel. He thinks upon it very carefully. You just see the wheels turning as he thinks.
All right, Renard just yells, "Run! Run!" to all of them.
Are we still doing turns?
Kinda. You guys are all kind of like basically in a spot to where this is all happening. If you guys want to run, go for it. You can move your characters out of the gate.
Well, if it's up to Dran, I'm not running. I'm going in.
Anybody that wants to run can run.
Dran, take Irina. Don't let him get her.
I mean, if we look at the abbot, he looks hurt, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. But now, as some of you begin to run, some of you begin to think, I'm going to move forward and try to finish this.
I assume I look like Renard again after all this.
Oh yeah. Your illusion is completely dispelled. Yeah, and you see a swirl of energy begin to flow around the abbot. All of you kind of watching, and hang on one second.
Real quick, I'm going to send Renard a message.
Okay. So, this energy begins to swirl around him, kind of like flowing through his arms and his legs. And as it does so, you can see some of the wounds on his body begin to heal. You see his face begin to kind of reshape back into more, still damaged, but the flesh begins to mend before your eyes.
Can I cast, or?
No, you're held. Hang tight. And as he does so, Renard, you feel that same radiant healing energy begin to kind of envelop you as well. So the two of you now are both kind of intertwined, this swirling energy moving over the two of you. And everybody, you all watch as Renard's form begins to shimmer. And he slowly begins to grow, transforming his body, shifting to that of a human. Until the fox-like creature that you guys had seen so many times before now appears to be nothing more than a young, possibly well over his head, young adult male.
Who the hell is that?
Renard.
Yeah, out of curiosity, that message.
Yeah, drop down. So, because I didn't want to throw it all out there so nobody else knows what's cheating here, because I don't like people to misplay. When I walked up and touched the body and then stepped back, I actually quickly just stepped up and cast a spell called Glyph of... Oh, no. I'm sorry. Where'd it go? Damn it. Hold on. Why am I not seeing it? It was literally right here. Anyway, essentially, I take the damage that Renard would take. Renard's got a +1 to his AC, +1 to all saves, and the damage is moved over to me. So, as I know what you're doing and I see you shoot him and this starting to happen, I'll go ahead and cast another spell, message, and just telling you, you're going to have a moment here. Because when he hits you, he's going to expect you to die or something bad. Run. I'm buying you time. Get out. And that's it.
Right. So I didn't say anything back since I didn't react, but that's what I heard.
All right.
So there you go.
Okay. So, now, Renard, this human, is being held now by the abbot. And the abbot then takes you and throws you with great strength right across. You sail past Rocky and hit the ground, kind of flailing about right over here. And take a little damage because that's what happens when you get thrown really far.
Wow, you get cured and damaged.
So you take 11 damage as you hit the ground.
Okay. Does that spell have any effect on that, or no?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll let you figure that out.
Yeah, whatever that
Yeah,
little
for
bit of thing
everybody
was.
else's reference, Renard looks like a skinny little kid now. He's probably got brown hair and a little emo haircut with bangs hanging in front of his eyes. He's just, yeah, he's maybe not even, probably doesn't even look quite 20 years old. Maybe he does. Yours haven't been kind, but that's what it looks like.
Do you know you're not a fox?
I mean, I assume I can see my.
As you hit the ground, yes, and your body feels odd and you feel unbalanced as you hit the ground there. Like everything feels wrong. And you could see your hands are not the shape of paws or anything, and your clothes are extremely tight upon your body.
And Renard will kind of just sit there in the dirt on his rump, kind of looking at his body in some kind of shock, just looking around, and he might be kind of giggling a little bit under his breath, but he's just kind of looking at himself, maybe freaking out.
He looks back at you, Renard. It seems you are loyal to your friends.
Yeah. This is about what Renard says. Oh my god, this is the most loyal thing I've ever done. He just kind of lays down. He's just laying back, freaking out, having a moment. He's just laying in the dirt.
The abbot steps out of view, walking into the ruins of his building. He walks over to you, Tyrael. Get them out of here.
I'm still
Now.
having Ilka's body.
Leave her. Go. Go! Go! He just points to the door. Leave her.
We can still fix this.
I will fix this. I will do this. Go.
I guess I will go ahead and leave.
As you start to walk past him, his hand touches your shoulder. If any of them enter Krezk ever again, I will end all of them.
Understood. And then I'm going to whisper something in Celestial. Then I walk out.
Alright. And so Tyrael walks out of the building. The abbot nowhere near that you can see. But you do see the radiance of light still kind of illuminating the interior of the building.
And out of me, obviously.
Yes, yes.
I'm radiant AF.
Are we continuing down the path towards the city, town, village?
You guys probably should not go to the village.
Yeah, we just need to get out of town, like right now.
We can't get out of here without passing through the village, right?
Don't stop at the end. Forget everything you left there. It's gone. Don't
So it's
worry.
like, leave it all. Just
If
go.
you need anything from the village, I will go get it.
So all of you just kind of look at each other and Tyrael kind of basically, we need to leave. All of you kind of look back. You see the destroyed ruins of the building and all of the things around, and you look at the bloodied Rocky and the injured Drannon know this was close. Very, very close. All of you kind of look at each other and down the path you go.
What happened in there?
Dran ran up and grabbed Renard as he's giggling like an idiot and threw him over his shoulders, hauling his ass out of there.
Sylvari's just holding herself, like hugging herself and just hysterically crying.
And your group stumbles, half walks, half runs down the path, attempting to put distance between you all and the Abbey.
Rocky will come up to us, Vari. Come on. There's no time to cry. We did what we had to do, and you did a great job. Let's go.
We couldn't save them.
Not everything can be saved, nor everyone. As long as we do what we're supposed to do, that's sadly all we can do sometimes. We'll let the justice and the gods decide that we did our part when the time comes. Let's go. Let's go.
Is Dran still carrying Renard?
Renard's not resisting. He's pretty much comatose, basically, in shock.
Dran's got his sword in one hand and Renard thrown over the shoulder, his other shoulder like a sack of potatoes.
And off you go. The group making their way.
Rocky is walking like he got fucked up, because he did.
Yeah, everybody is. Some of you are hurt physically, some mentally, some emotionally. Everybody here has been scarred in some way, shape, or form.
Thanks, DM.
Some of us didn't get to commit genocide.
Right? Looks like our party's splitting up again.
Just tell me what you need from town. I will get it.
Can we check in with, we can't check in with what's-his-face, the Burgomeister, because, this guy's
As you guys are making your way down the path, you can see now that there are villagers and townspeople all over the place that are just kind of looking, and I mean, this, seriously, the Abbey just erupted a few minutes ago in this cascade of light, so everybody's freaking out.
Can we get out of the town without being seen, or is there a literal wall or place?
No, you guys should be able to get out of town. You can take a path that goes around. And I'll be honest with you, it's not like anyone there knows. I mean, if you guys were just like, adios, and ran out of town, no one's probably going to stop you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nobody that knows what happened here, and
they just saw the Abbey explode.
basically, yeah, and odds are nobody's going to get in your way, and no one's going to come up here and probably ask questions. So you have now if you guys go to the inn and hang out, sure, you probably could find yourselves in some conversations at some point. But as of right now, this is the perfect moment to get the hell out of Dodge.
We need to go, and we need to go now.
Rocky
But not
is
you. And then she points at Esmeralda. I don't care where you go, but you're not going with us.
She didn't do anything. Irina shot the doll.
Oh, Irina did? Damn it.
Yeah,
I can't tell any of you apart.
Rocky is literally walking a straight line, moving towards the gates, knowing the direction of the gate. That's where he's heading.
Yeah, we're walking and talking.
Yeah, all this is happening very quickly. Everyone is going as fast as they can.
I'm
we
blind.
gotta make sure that that guy doesn't use them, these people, for rebuilding her. Can you make sure that doesn't happen?
He's as crazy as he is.
If you guys had
I
just
will.
left well enough alone, nothing would have worked out for him anyways.
You guys could have just left. Never pissed off the abbot.
Look at that. Renard and Tyrael completely agreed on something.
It was your girlfriend that shot him.
Yeah, I was so proud of her. Even though it's not what I necessarily wanted everything to go down particularly, but yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
You guys are all this jibber jabber as you guys are running, and Irina's like, I didn't know he was some type of angel or something. I thought he was just a nut.
I mean, to be fair, he wanted to put her soul in there or whatever. She had more right to shoot that thing than anybody did.
It wouldn't have worked in the first place. You think Strahd doesn't know Irina's soul?
No, did you see the way he was? It's kind of funny because I'm talking to you while being carried over Dran's shoulder, I guess. Did you see the way he was looking at her? He has a backup plan. He's got some crazy idea of what to do with Irina.
You forget, though, Strahd is stronger than him still. You think Strahd will let that happen?
I don't know. Strahd didn't intervene in anything else that happened. Who's to say when Strahd comes and goes as he pleases, it seems.
Strahd has one goal only, and that's her. And Lucy points at Irina. Now we've just... who knows what.
Listen, says Esmeralda, I have an idea as you guys are all running. There's, gosh, and she's just, you can see her brain is just racing as she's trying to kind of put it all together. There are knights. There are knights that still stand for order in this world. The Order of the Silver Dragon. Oh gosh, Argon Visselholt. There, that's where we need to go. They could probably, yes, they would give us sanctuary.
Look,
Sanctuary is something we need?
my Goliath ass is getting outside of town and sitting down and
Before you bleed out.
and taking care of some of these wounds. If we weren't in the middle of a town where we just blew up an Abbey, and whatever else the hell just happened with that godlike thing, I'd be doing it right now. But the fact is, I don't know if anybody else was watching what I saw, but we got our ass kicked. And I'm feeling it. From my head to my toes. Literally. Bones are broke. I'm coughing up blood, spitting up blood. I can taste my blood and my teeth down my throat. I'm getting out of town, and I'm going to take a moment to pick my body up off this ground.
Looks
Then,
like Dran
you
has
and your
just got
fetching
cure
and
wounds
just-
on you.
And just hit you with the cure wounds as he walks by.
Where were you guys staying at in town?
It's in.
And
I don't think any of you guys actually left any of your stuff there.
no, we packed up our stuff.
Do we want our wagon and horses?
they
Did we? I don't know what we did with them.
Yeah, they would be at the inn.
I can go get those.
Okay.
Is there anything else at the inn that's needed?
Bacon.
Bacon.
That, and a biscuit. Tell him, Sylv. Tell him.
Biscuit.
Tell him. B&B. B&B.
Alright.
B&B. They're
Is there
delicious.
anything else about the town I should know?
Yeah, the weapon that we wanted to get. Yeah, that was gonna be
Blood on your
fixed by
magic hands.
Sergey
Rocky's out.
in that town.
Oh yeah, we're not supposed to come back ever. God damn it, you guys!
Really not supposed to go back to the Abbey, not the hotel.
You said Crescent.
Oh, okay. He said Krizik. He said the whole town.
Well, Renard's kind of out of it.
Okay,
Is the artificer here? Go find the artificer. Maybe he can fix everything.
where can I find this Sergey?
He's like a ghost that lives at the pond.
He lives in the pond.
Oh,
Lady-
it's
Oh.
Strahd's brother, by the way.
Lady of the Lake. Okay.
Look for
Yeah,
the
we're hoping that
artificer.
he had the sun sword in the water, but he didn't.
Look for the artificer. He was at the blacksmith. Tell him to come pick me up. Hurry.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Lady of the Lake. Artificer, bacon, horses. Got it.
Biscuits. Don't forget the biscuits for the
And
B&Bs.
biscuits.
Okay, so the group makes their way down to the natural fork in the road, one leading south out of town, the other heading into town. And Tyrael heads straight into the town, the rest of you guys continue to make your way out on the, hanging on the outskirts, avoiding contact and conversation with anyone nearby, aiming for the edge and out of town. And as you guys go your separate directions, we will call it there for the night.
True.
Lucy leaves you all alone for like 10 minutes to RP.
And
Suddenly, you want to burn the Abbey down.
you all gain a level.
Woohoo!
Busy playing Detective Pikachu.
Super busy.
Yep. So you
Now
guys all gain a level. You should be level 6 now, is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
Instead of writing a note that I leveled up, I just wrote Detective Pikachu.
Okay. Before we do anything else, which do you on a level up? Are you giving us full hit points back, or?
No, you're all injured, but you're level 6. But I mean, odds are you'll get an opportunity to rest. So.
Well, here's my point. When we all sit down, anybody that's injured, I'm going to tell everybody, if you need some healing, come sit. And at that point, I'm going to cast Beacon of Hope, which every creature in range is going to get a maximum number of HP possible from healing effects. So for the next minute after this spell goes off, all healing spells are going to be basically full HP.
Does that include hit die?
Healing
Nope.
spells. Healing
Hit die,
effects.
healing
Spells, it's just normal healing.
Oh.
Yeah. Hold on, let me...
Is this?
It says healing effects, though. So that would include hit dice.
You guys have kind of made your way outside, so yeah, if that's what it says, then yes, that's correct.
It does say healing effects.
Okay. So yeah, so you guys are kind of basically outside of town just a little ways. There's like a natural clearing. You're all just kind of there. Some of you just kind of have just literally just dropped to the ground, like, oh my god, what the heck even happened? So he's just kind of using that so you guys can kind of heal up and get yourselves stable.
Lucy is nervously pacing.
Are we like at a wooded area? Like, where are we?
The whole area is woods, so you're kind of in a wooded, shrouded area, like a clearing. So that you guys.
Nard will just lean against a tree and put his knees up to his chest and lean on his arm. Kind of just sit there, freaked out.
Lucy has a gift for you, Renard. She pulls out a wine bottle and gives it to him.
Oh my god! Now reach out, grab it with both hands, and start drinking.
Right after I cast that, I'm going to turn around and cast Prayer Healing. So it's going to be 3d8 plus 1, 2, 3. So 3 times 8, 24, 27 hit points.
Should be enough to heal everyone to full.
Ooh, thanks.
Yeah.
You say it should, but it's not. I'm
It's pretty
still
close, yeah.
getting my ass kicked.
Don't forget, you got 10 earlier from me.
Yeah, I already got it.
You already got it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was at 1. All over again. I was at 1 twice.
Yeah, I haven't smoked you.
Yeah, you fucking demolished me.
I can't believe it. 1 hit point.
Twice.
Yeah.
And if I didn't have resistance up, I would have died when you threw Lemon Head.
Man, that vulnerability would have been really useful.
Yeah.
From your bracers.
I'm aware. Trust me. After I get, I was like, oh, man, I wish I had my magic go away damage.
Yeah, the plan, by the way, our original plan was Tyrael was going to fly me out of there, so Renard always had an escape plan for that. That's why I called it down before I did it.
If he didn't heal, I was gonna Misty step behind him and smoke the rest of them.
I was gonna heal him.
I was before you on turn order. He was getting.
I was
smoked.
I was holding action.
It didn't matter. We were killing everybody. Everyone dies.
Did some serious damage to him, though.
I need to go to bed. I've got to be up in 5 hours.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Thank-
All right, I'm going to drop down a channel and end the stream. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. You watched us get our butts kicked. We got waxed. Rocky for sure, twice down to 1 hit point. Very easily could have died. Matter of fact, shocked that I didn't. Luckily, a couple different times I had a couple different resistances up. I was able to use some of the different spells that I had going on and was able to just basically save my bacon. So that was crazy. With that being said, it was fun. It still had a great time. We had a great run. We got to see a lot of crazy stuff. And now Rocky is even kind of deeper in this deal. You got to remember, Rocky is this war cleric. He's a person of the gods. I never dove in enough to really give him a backstory on what god it is that he follows and this and that. But my idea behind this character originally was that this is a guy that's got a pretty strict moral compass. He believes things should be right. It doesn't necessarily mean that it has to be great or this, but he believes in good. He's going to do all he can to make sure good goes. And this is another one where he's been put on the spot, and you kind of see Rocky freeze. I had stuff going on, but when I came back and I'm assessing the situation, I'm putting this in Rocky's thought process. Rocky freezes. He sees a creature that he obviously believes to be good, has good intentions, doing what he believes to be good, but doesn't agree with how it's being done. And so now Rocky, again, a young adventurer. I mean, you got to realize we're level 6. Adventuring-wise, that's not anything crazy inside the game. Yes, now at this point, we're starting to really kind of, these characters have been through a lot. They've seen a lot of stuff. They're maturing. They're seeing this. They're becoming good fighters, renowned fighters. They're people know who they are to a degree. So they're not just average Joe's beginning adventurers. We've got a little bit behind us, but Rocky was young as a Goliath when he started this deal, and so this character is young. He had his mind made up. He knew what his course was. He knew he was going out to face the quote-unquote evils, I guess you could say, of the world, and trying to do whatever was right, and now he's losing track of what is right. And it's mentally causing more problems for Rocky than what was originally what he thought was going to be. So now this character is developing, and he doesn't know what was right, what was wrong. This creature was definitely not natural, but the gentleman had a great argument. A lot of things aren't natural. It doesn't mean that they still can't be used. So now he's stuck. What is right? What is wrong? What is good? Where does that stand? Where is the line? Is there a line in the sand? Or is it something that can be moved as you so choose? And Rocky is running into this, and he's got to learn to make a decision. He's going to have to decide how that affects him and where he goes as a character and as a person. It's interesting. It's an interesting thought process for this character, and it's been tough to play because you are put in these actions. You're put in a spot where you have to make a decision. Do you back your teammates? Do you drop? And much of Rocky's decisions are made based on his teammates, because at this point, his confusion leaves him in a spot where he doesn't know. But he does know that he's going to do everything he can to protect his teammates, because that's just who he is. He is a cleric. He is a war cleric. He believes in good, and of all things, he believes that his teammates, that this group he has become a part of, is good. And because of that, he would easily die fighting alongside them or for them or in any way to help them. So we're seeing an interesting spot for Rocky. Rocky's kind of running into an interesting spot where now he has to decide what is good, what is bad, where is that line for him, how far will he push that line. And the one thing that we continue to see for Rocky is his teammates are that deciding factor. And we know that he's always going to do whatever he can to help them because he does find them to be good for the most part. So, much different than where we were in the beginning. You know, he found Lucy and he found Foxy, Renard to be, he thought, kind of shisty, you know, shadowy, back alley bad news. Not somebody he would trust or ever die for. And yet now, in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, part of what happened that was kind of behind the scenes that I didn't post and I didn't say what I casted is basically Rocky did walk up. He casted a spell on Renard when he saw what was going to happen, knowing it was Renard as an illusion. He actually casted a spell that took the damage for Renard. He expected Renard to get smoked, and in that moment, he wanted him to be able to run. He knew he had no life left. He knew that this was more than likely death for himself. But he knew that this meant Renard would be able to get away in that moment of confusion. And so he was there. He was prepared. He was prepared to die and let Renard get away. So, you know, it's something that's drastically different. And I'm curious to see where this goes for Rocky. Right now, he's sitting underneath a tree knowing he just got his ass busted, handed to him. And it doesn't sit well. So, it'll be interesting to see what he does next go around and how he prepares. I've got a couple tricks up my sleeve. Next time we run into a situation like this, and I almost went that way tonight. I didn't. I kind of wish I would have. Hey, you live, you learn, just like Rocky. You have to take it. You got to learn from it, and we'll go from there. So, all right, guys, for tonight, I'm out of here. You guys take care, have fun, and as always, keep on gaming. Adios. Next week, I may stream before then. We'll see. Don't hold your breath. I'm going to try, but no promise. All right, I'm out. For real this time. Bye. No, really.